Check. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it is time to clear the competition pool, getting ready to present awards for the relays last night. You good? Check. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And presenting the ladies, the 11 and 12 200 freestyle relays. In 8th place, Long Island Aquatic, Una Diaz, Casey Anderson, Summer Lee, and May Strasser. 7th place goes to Machine Aquatics, Aaron Cass, Emma Bowie, Anna King, and Mara Wilson. In 6th place, St. Andrews Aquatics, Roxy Rohrbaugh, Ava Baker, Juliet Stolk, and Lexi Lucchese. In 5th place, Cavalier Aquatics, Claire Strassum, Lily Sturrock, Lulu Hitt, and Sedona King. 4th place, Charles River Aquatics, Sophia Tolok, Rafaela Andretta, Lucy Jacobson, and Ivy Gao. The bronze going to Nation's Capital, McKinley Busen, Layla Davy Brown, Vivian Marshall, and Olivia Strassen. The silver to Nova of Virginia, Natalie Tang, Brantley Patterson, Caitlin Moore, and Maddie Bynum. And number 1 in the ladies 11 and 12 200 free relay last night was Rockville Montgomery, Marion Hooker, Harper Bartholomew, Jenna Ryan, and Isabel Mason, posting in with a winning time 1:42.36. And the gentlemen 11 and 13. The gentlemen 11 and 12 200 free relay. What a race! Hinsdale Swim Club capturing 8th place, Dima Rozdolski, Jack Schreiber, Grayson Dean, Nicholas Serenisic. There was no 7th place. We had a tie for 6th. Long Island Aquatic and Machine Aquatic. Long Island, Andrew Quash, Nathan Wang, Romeo Sanchez, and Nicholas DeAngelis. Machine Aquatics, Dominic Lacey, Josiah Sturgill, Gabe Hansen, and Jackson Bravery. No 5th place because we had a tie for 4th. Nation's Capital, Phoenix Wetland, Fiona Cookman, Manu Maurer, and Austin Pape tied with Rochester Swim Club, Kai Joyner, Lucas Wang, Jasper Barone, and Bennett Krupberg. The bronze going to Rockville Montgomery, Joseph Zhu, Colby Humphreys, Joe Leamy, and Chase Humphreys. The silver to Cavalier Aquatics, Eli Rutherford, William Zai, Keegan Mijas, and Ben Carlton. And the gold going to Rockville, Montgomery, Jeremiah Jermosin, Sean Lee, Dylan Pino, and Rafael Fontana. Hosting him with a new record, 136.18. Congratulations, Rockville, Montgomery. And I don't have the girls. Dave, I don't have the girls. Girls relay names. No. They have them over here. Dave. Girls relays. This for the girls.
And presenting the ladies, 13 and 14, 200
free relays. In 8th place, only swimming, Everett Ward, Miles Marks. Now this is the boys. Oh, never mind. The girls, let's start over again. Rockville, Montgomery, Gabriel Day, Annika Kai, McKenna Carswell, and Paige Henry. 7th is Nation's Capital, Hadley Petronello, Audrey Hayward, Catherine Boo, and Hannah Chattenberg. In 6th place, Hinsdale Swim Club, Claire Donnelly, Tasha Mantell, Avery Warren, and Abby Habonsny. In 5th place, Charles Rivers, Kyra Hill, Nina Mazaru, Maya Particelli, and Sophie Oliveira. In 4th place, the Buffalo Aquatics Club, Leah Gaskill, Amelia McKinnon, Kira Curvin, and Lauren Golden. The bronze going to Long Island, Ellie Franks, Natalie Wu, Madison Lynn, and Patty Tang. The silver to Stella Tomlinson, Lydia Cobb, Vanessa Mikanowski, and Ariel Gossenbach, a Patriot Aquatic Club. And the gold, a new meet record, 135.67 to Leah Rogie, Paige Kowal, Annabelle Noraki, and Ali Casanovas of the Academy Bullets. And the gentlemen, 13 and 14. This was a race. In 8th place, only swimming, Everett Ward, Miles Marks, Tony Spywak, and Ben Luginski. 7th place to Palatine Swim Team, Peyton Conter, Alex Ivanov, Victor Gutt, and Matthew Karasek. 6th place, going to Long Island Aquatic Club, Brian Baldwin, Gavin Buckley, James Darcy, and Reed O'Connell. In 5th place, Academy Bullets, Gage Halfrick, Braden Kaplan, Jack Murphy, and Mickey Newman. Gentlemen, posted in with a 129.57 surpassing record time. That's 5th place, surpassing record time. In 4th place, Rockville, Montgomery, Alexander Ludlow, Cotton Metler, Dominic Dolezal, and Jack Torvanek, posting in with a 1:28.82, surpassing record time. Nova of Virginia getting the bronze, Ana Mamanovic, Charlie Welch, Cole Nelson, and Ben Frakes, 1:28.72, surpassing record time. Nation's capital with the silver, Tyler Kaminsky, Luca Beslick, Chase Rabe, and Andrew Van Ness, 1:27.92, surpassing record time. And number 1, Rockville, Montgomery, Jonah Ginsberg, Charlie Began, Griffin Oller, and Seamus Rooney, posting in with a new meet record, 1:27.28, Rockville, Montgomery. And we're going to be marching in our swimmers in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem.
In a row, one of the most beautiful national anthem renditions this announcer has ever heard. And it kicks off the final night here in the Big House. My name is Sid Cassidy. Thrilled to be with you. We are in the final night, championship finals of the greatest age group swimming meet in the world, the National Club Swimming Association's Age Group Swimming Championship. We're going to start off with some 1650 freestyles tonight, so that's going to be fun. And we are going to roll through all the way through till the end. And we got some team awards, and we'll go from there. The first heat that just marched out, you see them there, lane 1, Eleanor Sable from Nation's capital, Maya Paylor. Maya is from Long Island Aquatic Club in lane 2. Joey Dumb, there she is in her purple suit for Academy Bullets. Lane 4, there's Sadie. She's the top seed, Sadie Davidoff, Long Island. Riley Jones next to her, Nova. She's in lane 5-6, Sasha Carafin. Called that name a lot this week. Long Island Aquatic Club, Charlotte Duget, Blazing Barracudas. And in lane 8, from Sioux Falls Swim Team, Rachel Ritter. These are the 8 girls seeded fastest, so they get to swim at night. So if you listen to your coaches, swimmers, and you do what it takes during the year, and you listen to become one of the top 8 qualified swimmers, you can get to do the march out too. Well, a little nervous starts for a couple of them, but I don't see any violations. At least we're rolling into 66 lengths of the pool freestyle. And in this great event that actually was once won here by an American swimmer named Katie Ledecky, yes. But Katie's record got broken here, and currently the record stands from Paige McKenna's 16:36.61 2018. I guess Katie's record wasn't at this meet, was it, boys? Oh, no. She didn't swim the 14 and under meet. We only started this. Katie swam last week's meet, and now that she's in Florida, we've got her supporting our team. So Paige McKenna, the fastest ever. She's from the nation capital team, same as Katie. And the first 100 is out. Your early leader, you see it on the board. These girls are going to be pressing to not only go after Paige McKenna's 16:36, which is a heck of a target since most of these girls are well above 17 minutes. They want to beat the girls that swam the fastest times this morning in the time final event. Top 3, Eagle swim team, 13-year-old Sandy Epp. All 3 were 13, which bodes well for this 13-14 age group. Sandy was 18:06.49 swimming for Eagle swim team. And then Alex Alacoco, I'm looking at the boys, Kira Workman, another 13 for Northwest Arkansas Aquatic. She went 18:01.39. And Alex Siegel, 18:01.38. Now, that was an incredible race. 2 girls coming down to 100th of a second. That's what we're all about. But these girls have their 200, their 2:00.32 and 2:00.33. So they're separated by 100th of a second. Currently, I'm talking about Joey Dumm in lane 3 for Academy Bullets and Sadie Davidoff, the top seed for Long Island Aquatic, in lane 4. Coming in, these girls were only separated by a couple of seconds, and actually Riley Jones in between the 2 of them. Riley's currently swimming in lane 5 for Nova. A lot of different strategies to swim in this 1650. You'll see them, sometimes you'll do the Bobby Hackett, just get out and go, run, let me see how fast I can go. I saw Bobby do that, not only to me when I had to race against him, but he would do that at the national championship. He set the 800 record in the finals in 1975 on his way out to a 1500 where he shocked the nation from lane 8. So Bobby Hackett has to get out and run. Get away. See if you can break away. Bobby Hackett swam against a guy named Brian Goodell, who was more of a descend and pound, and he would come back. He trained at Mission Viejo, and so many distance coaches these days train their athletes to try and come home stronger than they go out. Sometimes it's a negative split. In a race like this, there's 66 lengths. At 33, you would just switch and shift gears. Sometimes it's, let me go 3 500s, and every 20, try and shift it into a higher gear, and then my last 6 lengths just go bananas. But every coach at this meet has put a lot of work into their own strategy, their own coaching style, and that's one of the beautiful things about USA Swimming. The NCSA is a proud partner with USA Swimming. We've been up to the training camp several times with our best kids for national camps. We do all kinds of things in coordination with them. And your lead is still Long Island's Sadie Davidoff. She's holding 31-1 on her way. At the 400, you see there, she's 4:04.69. 31-1-2 for her, and she's settled into that. Joey in lane 3 hit a 31-6 there, trying to keep pace. 31-2-9 is what Sasha Carafin just threw in for Long Island Aquatic Club out in lane number 6. Sasha's had a great meet here as well. The whole Long Island team. Actually, I'm so proud of all of these 14 and under swimmers. We wrapped up the 10 and under session this afternoon and do a time final, but the 11 and 12s and 13 and 14s are a format. If you have not been following with us, this is a time final event, but all of our age group swims. We bring back 3 heats at night. The bottom of the age group gets a bonus heat, so if you're 11 or you're 13, you can swim in the C final, and then the scoring finals for the B and the A. So we have 24 kids in each age group swimming at night. There's the 500, 5:06.80 you see for Sadie. 31-0, getting a little faster. So knowing that Long Island Aquatic Club has a long history of great, great distance training. 400 long course, 400 IM, 500 free, 800 free, mile, all of these events. They are known as staples of the Long Island Aquatic Club. And Sadie Davidoff continuing the tradition, dropping her time again, 30.9 on that 50. So I have no doubt what style she's been taught to swim, and rather successfully to this point for sure. The idea that the National Club Swimming Association now has 2 meets here in Orlando, and we've done that since 2016, so coming up on I guess this is our 8th, 9th, 7th. We've had a number of great age group meets here, but our Junior National meet, if you've heard me talk about it before this week, came about because there was a movement by USA Swimming to do away with 18 and under swimming. There was a time back in the 90s when the national team director decided and pushed and got support to drop the junior nationals that was so successful from around 1980 to 1998 or so. And that's when Bob Gillette stood up and he said, fellas, we got to stick together. We got a good group of coaches together. We formed a board of directors. And the man who really has held it together through these last 2 decades, big Bob disciple, is Kevin Milak. Kevin now the director of the pool up at Fast, just about, maybe an hour north of here on the way to Gainesville in Ocala, Florida. F-A-S-T, check it out, look them up. One of the finest new pools built, one of the best pools in America right now. Kevin, as an assistant to Bob, kept the spirit going. We kept the group going, and this meet has grown into the younger sibling of what is the greatest 18 and under meet in the world, and we are the greatest age group swim meet in the world. Okay, maybe we're a little self-serving with those titles, but we truly believe it. We are all not-for-profit. Every penny from these events goes right back into promoting swimming for these kids. We've got a meeting here next month. We're going to likely set up some more international travel. I can't wait to decide if we're going back to Ireland. Are we going to Australia? Well, you guys stay tuned as Sadie continues to demolish this 1650. She's holding 31.2, 30.9. She's in a very good position. 2 lanes over, Sasha Karafin, her teammate, 31.1. Not out of reach. Certainly Sasha could come on, and as almost any of these girls could if they've got that kind of a kick. But when you see a race like this, and all of you that are watching, Sadie turns at, she goes another 31.5. She's 8:45.6 right there. That's the 850. So she's 15 seconds over. If you go 30 seconds for every 50, 1 minute for every 100, your time in this event is 16:30 because it's 1,650 yards. Why it's called the mile, I'm still not sure. If anybody knows, please reach out and let us know. I'm easy to find. The NCSA, you can find Coach Sid Cassidy. I'm from St. Andrews in Boca Raton. Love my life down there. I love being a volunteer and working here for the NCSA. But if you think about it, 1,760 yards is what is the mile distance. We only swim 110 yards less than that, and we call it a mile. When I coached at James Madison, I also taught a PE class. I'd give anybody an A if they could swim a mile at the end of the class, and they didn't miss any classes. Didn't care how long it took them, but we swam 1,760. I just wanted to be accurate. This mile, though, no doubt about it, Sadie's coming up on her 1,000. She's sitting at 31.4 right there, 31.5 for Sasha. And they've not only put themselves in a good position to get a 1-2 finish here for Long Island, but they're going to rack up some big team points. They're 10-22-0. 10:20.20 is the 1,000 time for our leader, Sadie Davidoff, Long Island Aquatic Club. I know last week I was lucky enough to see both Coach Dave and Coach Ginny here. They've got some of their star assistants here now working this age group meet. And they've been big supporters of our association, the National Club Swimming Association. I told you a little bit about it. We have a great board of directors. Dan Hafner is currently our president. He has served in that role in a great way for us. He'll be leading our meetings next month when we decide what to do with this money we just made off these meets. Coming back from COVID's been a little tough. We had last week, first time back, our longtime president, El Jefe, John Carroll. This one of his favorite events. John coaching a team up in South Jersey now. Long time, big leader for us. 32-0, there's Sadie's first 50, where she didn't go 31-something. Sasha still 31-4, so she made up a few tenths on that 50, and maybe creeping a little closer is something that will get her excited enough to push the two of them to a really fast time. I do think that Paige McKenna time from the nation's capital might be a little bit of a stretch at this point. But looking at the splits again, Sadie 32-2 and Sasha 31-2. So on that 50, she made up a full second. You can see it as you look at the screen. Certainly her coaches have seen it. And while I've been talking about other things, Sasha Carafin has been just eating away at Sadie's lead. And they know each other, man. They train together. They are the two class of this event, no doubt. Here she comes, Sadie. Sasha 31-0. Sadie's a 32-2. Look at the difference in tempo and stroke. Nothing against the going out hard idea. Sadie's best time coming in was 17:16.7. Sasha was 8 seconds slower, roughly. She went 17:23.5. But her splits right now, going 31-0 on the last 50, 30.8 right there. She is actually descending par excellence. I am sure those of you watching at home have to love this. You know, if you're a LIAC fan and if you're from Long Island, come on, who is it? The team there that trains this way, this is the type of event you just want to get the gravy. I'm getting the icing on top of a great season, two great meets. Sasha, that time, 31-3. She got in front of her lead, 31-9 for Davidoff. So, you know, she didn't want to hang around there, and it's interesting because Riley Jones in between the two gives them that buffer area. And Riley not in the race at this time, but these two girls from Long Island, I got the feeling Sasha kind of had an opportunity to sneak by Sadie when Sadie was kind of going through those doldrums of the middle part of the race. And now as you're coming down right to the end, Sasha 31-5-0, 31-9-5 for Sadie. You know, they've got 11 lengths of the pool left when they make this flip turn. You see the numbers, 5-5 going in. There you go. And now, I believe Sasha just feeling the strength and the power. She's double lapping Riley Jones. That means double lapping your 2 laps. We say laps when we really mean lengths because a lap is all the way back to the beginning, right? Like on a track. But everybody knows what we're talking about. She's now 50 yards ahead. You see the number 57 went in there for Sasha and for Sadie. And that's a good thing because that gets you two numbers closer to getting to that 66, although you never see the number 66. You never see any even numbers. You only see the odd numbers. And you never see the number 65. You see the red card. Red card, go. Red means go. This is it. It's the end. Let's let it rip. So it's a very good thing for these girls as they get up into this part of the race. 31.29, Sasha, 31.80, Sadie. So Sasha is definitely putting more distance between the two of them with every 50. 31.11 for a 15.36.3 at her 1500 mark. So she's 36 seconds over what would be her even minute 30 per 50 kind of swim. I have no doubt Sasha's going to see those numbers in the years to come. She keeps her training up like this. Swimmer that's only 14 years old. And there's a 31.5. Sadie's 32.0. She's got the silver locked up. Out in lane 7, Charlotte Doucier is in a race. She just threw down a 30-point. Tried to get away from Rachel over there. But here comes the bell. The bell is tolls for Sasha Carafin, Long Island Aquatic Club. She's 31.3 at that point. 31.9 for Joey Dumb. And 32.0 for Sadie Davidoff. Joey in lane 3 for the Bullets. But this is all Sasha Carafin's night. Sasha touches first in 17.09.52. A very happy girl. Look at that smile. Second is her teammate Sadie Davidoff. 17.15.94. Also a best time. Joey does get the third for the Bullet. She goes to 17.26. Fourth going to Rachel Ritter on the outside. She comes home in a 28.86 to touch out Charlotte. Those girls in 7 and 8 having quite the race. There you go. There's Sasha. She had a smile on her face. Happy to see that. Most of the girls in now. What a great final heat for us to enjoy and kick off the last night of swimming here in the Big House at the National Club Swimming Association's championship meet for 2023. There you go. The guys who are going to be walking out. Now you see their names. And the parade leader is going to be lane 8, as always. Verona area swim teams, Walter Billmeyer. All of these boys are 14 with the exception of the top seed, Reed O'Connell. Reed's still 13. First and second place seeds are from Long Island Aquatic Club. See the guys coming out. Goggles, goggles, goggles. Goggles on, goggles on. 8 for 8. 8 for 8 guys coming out. They want to already have their goggles and caps in place. They don't want to mess around with it. Lane number 1 we'll introduce first. Here he is, Michael Marsh. Dream big, yep, that's what you guys are doing. Academy Bullets. Long Island Aquatic has Gavin Buckley. Getting a couple jumps in, get some blood flowing. There's our boy next, William Demokas Murphy. St. Andrew's Pride is ready to go. Top seed, Reed O'Connell. Said he was 13th. His time of 15.57.14 sets him apart. 5 is James Darcy. He's a teammate from Long Island Aquatic. Nova has lane 6. That's Aiden Maminovic. Doug Sims in 7 for Nation's Capital. He said Verona area had Walter Billmeyer leading the way. So here we are, the 8 top-seeded young men, 14 and under boys, in what we call the mile, the 1650 race. So as I said, Reed O'Connell's the top seed with a 15.57. His teammate, James, next to him, is a full 20 seconds behind him. And Murphy, Demokas Murphy, is another 18 seconds behind him. But we know anything can happen. And right now, your leader's out there in lane 8. Walter Billmeyer says, hey, I'll do the Bobby Hackett. I'll take it out. Let me see what I can do. So we got a lot of racing here for the boys this afternoon. I guess it was maybe this morning. No, it was afternoon when these guys were swimming the mile, the prelim heats, the earlier seeded heats. The top 3 men times turned in so far. Nicholas Liberty, Rockville, Montgomery. He went 16:47.3. Alex Aloco, 16:46.0. He's from Medina. And Nova has the top time going into this heat. And that's Cole Nelson, who went a 16:39.6. And Reed O'Connell in a nice little pace, taking the boys along with him. You see Will in lane 3, James in lane 5, Aiden and Doug over in 6 and 7, even Walter in 8 now, still hanging in there. These youngsters have been at it all week. This is the 8th swimming session of the last 4 days for them. The majority of the guys in this heat have been racing 2 to 3 times a day, adding relay events to that, their individual efforts, and just trying to, be a good teammate, support their team, look for team points. It's been an incredible week, and we really are thankful to Harris Rosen and the Rosen Aquatic and Fitness Center for making this place available. It's been around. It's historical. World records set here. I saw Biondi and Evans set world records here. And now to have the best future of our country here year in and year out, racing like this, turning into top yards times. Inevitably, the meet we swam last week will be the fastest 18 and under meet of the year for USA Swimming, and one of the fastest in the world, if not the fastest in the world. Reed's he seems like he's 29.4. He's pretty happy hanging that. James and Will right next to him, 29.5 and 29.6. I just kind of got the feeling like O'Connell's holding back a little bit, like he knows that he can go at some point. Maybe it's 33. Maybe he'll get to the 500 and just say, okay, time for me to hit it. Because when you've got a seed time that's a full 33 seconds under minute pace, and you're playing around with 29.5s, chances are you're looking more at the Brian Goodell type swim rather than the Bobby Hackett. So James Darcy still keeping right there with him. Will DeMocus Murphy doing his best in lane 3, but just went up to a 29.8, 29.4, and 29.5 for Darcy and O'Connell. Guys over in 6 and 7, Aiden and Doug, 29.7, 29.7. DeMocus Murphy, 29.7, 29.9, 29.6. So these guys are all still hanging in there. But Reed O'Connell looking so very smooth. Maybe he's got some other swims tonight too, or maybe it's his style, but I'll tell you, he seems to be in control, and he's dragging his teammate James Darcy right along with him. 29.6 for Reed, 29.8 for James, 29.7 for Aiden. Both Doug and Will went over 30 for the first time. You want to do your best to kind of hang in there, but these guys are coming in with much slower entry times. Yep. And there's the 500, 450.17 with 29.7 for Reed.
450, 451.
All 6 of those boys, 453 or faster.
500 marker.
So really, it's turning out to be a pretty good race. James Darcy currently holding second. James came in here, we said, with an entry time of 16:17. Demokus Murphy was a 16:35. Aiden Mominovic, 36, and Doug Sims, 38. So those three guys who were kind of hanging together in that zone. Can't say that about Aiden from Nova. He just threw down a 29.4. So definitely, he said, I want to go with these leaders. I think I can hold on. Reed, 29.5. Darcy, 29.8. Mominovic, 29.2. 30.1 Murphy, 30.2 Sims. 30.1 for Buckley over in lane 2. 29.6, 29.7, 29.4 for Aiden Mominovic. So the Nova swimmer is swimming a little bit faster at this point in the race. Now mentally, you're not even halfway there yet, right? 33 is the halfway mark. So, you know, it's always better to feel like you're getting a little stronger than where, oh my gosh, I'm already getting tired. Darcy with the 29.4, Mominovic 29.3, and O'Connell only went 29.6. Nobody else under 30. See that race? Three guys right there in the center with your lead. Just about leaving Buckley and Demokus Murphy out of the picture. They come into 2 and 3. Now Buckley taking over that position. The Long Island swimmer, 30.0. Murphy, 30.1. O'Connell, 29.6. Darcy, 29.6. But Mominovic, 29.0. Now, I'm going to guess that Reed sees him over there.
We're talking 10
but who knows?
Second difference between 150 and the next.
Maybe the Nova athlete, Aiden Mominovic, with his 29.31. Reed dropped to 29.41, and Darcy 29.6. So that's where the race is going to be. Everybody else has gone up to 30 points. Maybe not getting quite, there's the halfway mark. If somebody's going to jump on it, they should go now. Mominovic and O'Connell virtually together. 3/100ths of a second separating them. All the guys in the top 6 still under that 8:30 at the 8:50. So, you know, these are guys that they definitely want to get their times down there. Guys like Demokus Murphy, Mominovic, Sims, they've never been under that 16:30. Mominovic sure looks like he's ready. He's ready for tonight. He's moving very cleanly. 29.2 to Reed's 29.7 on that 50. Darcy 29.8. And he looks very smooth out there. He's had a great meet. Aiden Mominovic, he took a big look like, okay, are you guys from Long Island coming with me? I'm throwing down a 28.8 on this 50, and Reed O'Connell ballooned up to 30.0. James Darcy's 29.7. He's doing his best. But it's very interesting. Aiden Mominovic descending this swim beautifully. There's another 29.00. 30.0 for Reed O'Connell. 29.74. James Darcy. Nobody else under 30. We didn't say the record in this event, did we? It's a tough one. It's one that may be around for a while. From, let's see what this split is. 29.1 for Mominovic. 29.8 and 29.8 for the Chasers now. who were the chased. But the record goes back to 2018, 1549.37. Michael Cooper, Oakland Live Wires, coached by the great Jeff Cooper, who also happened to be his father. His uncle Adam Cooper, the other co-head coach of the newly formed, at least the last 5 or 8 years, Ole Swimming, the Oakland Live Wires. Very interesting story about one of our greatest teams. I remember them coming out of the Michigan area. And they came up with this crazy name. They were Live Wires, Oakland Live Wires. I think somebody won a contest is how they named it that. But OLY is such a cool name, and now since the 70s it's been around as one of our nation's top swim teams. Very blessed that they put effort into this meet. And Jeff, thank you for your decades of service to the National Club Swimming Association. Appreciate you still being treasurer and paying all the bills. That's really an important part. What's an important part right here is Aiden Maminovic is just cruising along. He throws in another 29.1 and keeps separating himself. Now James Darcy says, well, maybe I need to go by Reed too. They both went 29.6 on that 50. Got Buckley over here in lane number 2. Gavin Buckley, Long Island. He's 29.9. So he's starting to get back into it. You know, anytime you can finish the last part of your race with faster splits than the beginning or the middle, usually your coaches are smiling. Maminovic, 29.08. 29.76 Reed, 29.81 James. Less than 400 yards left to swim, and it seems little doubt to me who's going to win the gold. It's just a matter of how much faster Aiden's going to go. Now remember, his entry time was only 16:36.4, but he's going to be well under that his time tonight. He just turned in a 28.9, and he's 12:38 at the 1300, right? So I'm saying he's going way under that 16:30 mark. 29.0. Darcy and O'Connell seem to be okay with a little synchro swim there right in the middle of the pool. You see him there in the center with the white caps. But just above him in lane 5, going the other direction back to the start, that is Aiden Maminovic, Nova of Virginia. And I'm sure all you Nova fans up there are watching this great swim and enjoying it. 28.91, he has not faltered. Since he made his move, he's been 9.0, 9.1, 8.9. 57. So when he gets to this wall, he will have 8 lengths left to swim. All he's got is a 200 left. 28.8. He's sitting at 14.05. So if he just goes 29 flat for 450s, he's going to be at a 16.01. He's going under 16. He's not going 29 flat. His last 50 is going to rock it, I'm sure. Boys in the center of the pool, still having a challenge, but this race tonight is all Aiden Maminovic. And if you can remember getting under any of those big magic minute marks, getting under 16.00 for anybody, male or female, in the 1650 is huge. You do it at age 14, you're a stud. And you've got a bright future here, Aiden. I hope we get you into some open water swims soon. If you haven't been in them yet, we've got a few coming up down in Florida if you like it down here. We've got our LSC champs, and we got Swim Miami coming up in April, 2 of them in our LSC. 28.9 again for Aiden Maminovic. Now, in the middle of the pool, looks like Reed is pulling out a little bit ahead of of James Darcy. Reed in lane 4, his teammate James in lane 5. They're holding down the second and third position. There's the bell for your leader, Ader Maminovic, 28.5. Oh yeah, he's going to go a 59. He'll be under. Outstanding swim for the man from Nova. He just let him go out ahead of him, bided his time, controlled his stroke, and now he's coming in to finish this race in style. At the touch, 15:59.48. He gets under that 16. There's a big slap. Yeah, you earned it, Aiden. Hell of a swim for you, young man. There's the Lyack 2-3 combo. Good swims out of both James, especially James getting the third. Reed, James drops his time. Oh, the foot clap. Oh, yes. I thought that was a Rockville thing. We're going to get to that later. Gavin Buckley gets the fourth. Will Demokas gets the fifth. They both dropped their times. Very good efforts all the way through.
The fourth fastest time overall.
Very nice effort, boys. You see how tired they are. So the Cooper record holds another year. We'll have Mini Coop in our program for at least one more year, and likely a few more after that. So that's going to wrap up our two timed final distance events, get us back into our format where we go to C final. In this case, of the 11 and 12s with all the 11-year-olds. These are the girls who did not finish 1 to 16 this morning in preliminaries. We give them this bonus heat, and we think it really has amounted this week to some great swims. Valentina Believ, she's from the Stanford Sailfish, and she's in lane 1. Lily Sturrock, Cavalier in Virginia's in 2. Violet Mullen, Nation's Capital in 3. Sophia Rogenbuck, only swimming in lane 4. Peoria Area Water Wizards, they have Cam Gardinier in 5. Kate Rosenbaum, Blazing Barracudas in 6. Zadie Schatz, she's also a Sailfish from Connecticut. And Jenna Ryan, Rockville Montgomery Swim Club. 100 individual medley. 4 lengths of the pool, 1 length of each stroke, fly back, breast free in that order. Bridget Yee, Long Island Aquatic, holds this record, 59.86, back in 2018.
And the B finals getting ready to start in Watts.
Very important for the kids to get around quickly, get the transition up. The coaches work these turns, changing one stroke to another, the technical aspects of what it takes. And very fast on the first 50, that is Cam Gardinier, Peoria Area Water Wizards. You can see the paw. She's got a paw on her cap. I like that. She's pressing in lane number 4. Sophia Rogenbuck from Ole trying to get after her. On the other side of her, that's Zadie Schatz, Stanford Sailfish. I'm sorry, that's Blazing Barracudas. Kate Rosenbaum trying to make a move, and over in 8, Jenna Ryan, but no. Cam Gardinier, 104.62. All right, Cam. Happy with that swim. That will bring up the second heat. And we're going to lead off in lane 1 with one of our very own St. Andrews Aquatics, Ava Baker. Lane 2, Olivia Strossen from Nation's Capital. Lane 3, Nova has Caitlin Moore, Nova of Virginia. Lane 4, Blazing Barracudas, Julia Turner. Lexi D'Amico's in 5 for Northwest Arkansas. Barracudas, out of the Southeast, they have Hayden McDonald in 6. Nation's Capital, Layla Davy Brown in 7. And Jillian Clace Nova in lane number 8. Girls are in. They're getting it going right now. It's a sprint butterfly leg and very quick in the center of the pool. Looked like Julia Turner blazing that 25 butterfly. I'm sorry, Julia was behind. It was actually Caitlin Moore who now has the lead. Caitlin, you see, 28-8. Nova. Caitlin getting to the breaststroke leg first, but now we see Julia in lane 4 and the rest of the field trying to catch her. Lane 4 is Turner. 5, Lexi D'Amico. A good turn, but it's still being Caitlin Moore for Nova. She got that fly out fast and has never looked back. And at the wall, she hangs on. 103.07 to take the B final of the girls' 100 IM.
And I think that's third. Lexi D'Amico in second with a 103.29. I want to thank you, ladies.
So here we go. We get to march them out now. Erin Cass from Machine is going to lead the way. Erin gets to set the pace because she was the 8th place finisher. Yep, mostly goggles. Yeah, about 7 out of 8, maybe 6 out of 8. Lane number 1 is going to be Brantley Patterson. Put her gear in the box, get to her block. She's from Nova. Madison Southwell from Rise. There she is. She's in second position. Lane 3, that's Roxy the Rocket. She was checking her block, slapping her thighs. Go get them, Roxy. She's from St. Andrews Aquatics, of course. Next to Abby Moore, Academy Bullets top seed. And Astra Area Aquatics, Ella Marsh. She's had a great meet, too. Lane number 5. 6 is Natalie Tang, Nova of Virginia Aquatics. Lane 7, Lexi Morrison, Fairfax. And lane number 8, you see her, Erin Cass. She's from Machine Aquatics. And this one is down. One quick length of each stroke, girls. That's all you got to do. Get up and get racing and pound 3 great turns. Very close after the fly. 3, 4, and 5. Rocket, Abby, Ella coming up in backstroke. Lane 2, Madison looking very strong. Out in lane 8, that's Cass, Erin Cass. At the turn here, it looks like 4. Pretty smooth in 5. You got Ella Marsh. There's the times. The breaststroke so critical. Look at them pumping. You got Roxy in 3. You got Abby in 4. Ella in 5. Abby with the slight lead going into the freestyle. Big turns for both Ella and Roxy. Strong coming down the stretch. Ella making a move, trying to get there, but no, it's going to be Abby Moore with the first. Abby goes 1:01.68. Fantastic swim. All the girls, 1, 2, 3, 4 girls under 103. 5 girls under 103. Look at that. Outstanding racing, girls. Get this last night kicked off for the girls 11 and 12 age group. That's going to move us to the boys 11 and 12. 100 IN. So the record there, Bridget Yee will hold, but Joshua Zukowski's record in this one's 54.96. Yikes. In the C final, Harvey Trivette, Nova, his teammate James Wallen, they're in 1 and 2. Northwest Arkansas has Preston Green in 3, Jack Danahy, Nova in 4. The Sailfish from Stamford up in Connecticut have Lewis Myers in 5. A pair of NCAP guys, Dimitri Mikolev Baker and Wesley Moncton in 6 and 7. And then out of Connecticut, the Sailfish give us Spencer Cheng in lane number 8. This C final, all the 11-year-old boys. A good turn there in lane 5 for Lewis Myers. He does the flip. A little bit of a challenge. Sometimes they do the crossover, sometimes the fullback. Breaststroke leg so critical. You see lane 4 making a strong move. That's Jack Danahy, Nova of Virginia. It's Jack in 4, Lewis Myers over in 5. 3 is Preston Green. But this is going to be Jack's race. He goes 103.89.
Posting in at 103.89 to take that win.
That will do it for the boys' C final. The B final is going to include Rockville Montgomery's Colby Humphreys in lane number 1. Long Island Aquatic Club with 2 and 3, Ryan Yo and Nicholas DeAngelis. We had a change in lane 4. It's going to be Lucas Stefan from FRST. Bennett Ruckenberg, he's going into lane 5 for Rochester. Rockville Montgomery has Chase Humphreys in 6. Finn Copeland from NCAP is in 7. And Shu Emi from Rockville in lane number 8. B final, 100 IM. These guys are scoring points. There's a big team battle going on as well. Always exciting. These guys swim the individual events, but the relays and the team score really means so much to them. Very close to the butterfly leg. That's a you pick 'em. Lane 7 maybe. Finn Copeland with a good backstroke getting out ahead. He does get there first. Ryan Yao, 28.52. Lane number 2. Those are your leaders halfway through. Looking at this breaststroke leg. Still strong over here. 2 and 7. 7 maybe. That's Finn. Look at 6. Look at 4. 4 is your top seed, right? That's Lucas Stefan. But no, out there in lane number 8, it is, yes. Shu Emi gets by all of them there at the end. Rockville Municipal. 101.43. Maybe I was mistaken, Shu. That's an outstanding swim. Way to drop from the 103.3. That's true outside smoke. Getting it back. All right. Now we got the 8 finalists. And they're walking out. Leader Dominic Isai from Machine. Where are the rest of the guys? Oh, Dima's going slow. Dominic doesn't want to waste time. He said, I'm going to get to my block. You guys can get there whenever you want. These guys will be racing. As I said, going after that Joshua Zukowski, 54.96. Man, I don't know. Lane 1 is Preston Long. He's from Nova. Get on up there. He's still getting his gear set. Lane 2 is going to be Riley Burke, Osaka. There's Riley. Lane 3 getting his block set. Ole Swimming, Kingston Tang. We've seen a lot of him this weekend. Rockville Montgomery's Jeremiah Jermosin in lane number 4. Lane 5, Chase Whitman. He's from Charles River Aquatics with his teammate right next to him, Leo Torres. Lane 7 is Ben Charlton, Cavalier. And lane 8, we said Dominic Ayashi. Dominic from Machine Aquatics. Boys are in clean. We've seen a lot of Jeremiah Jermosin. The center of the pool, lane 4. And he is out very fast. He was the only man under a minute this morning. He went 59.31. He's looking to establish himself as the gold medal champion in this 100 individual medley.
And
Got a big lead at 50. Here comes some of the breaststrokers. Look at Chase Whitman trying to get after him. Getting closer every stroke. Jeremiah built up a big lead, though. You get to that freestyle first, you start swimming the faster stroke. The other guys are still swimming the slower stroke. And that's how you win. 57.77. Second is also under. Chase goes at 59.2. Great racing, boys. Good job. And that'll put a cap on the individual medley. Racing for the young ones. Move to the 13-14 age group where we step it up and do 200 IM. Aaron Gemmel, the fastest ever in this 14 and under meet, 2:01.37. C final is going to be Long Island Aquatic Club, Una Lee in lane 1. Academy Bullets has Annabelle Narwaki in 2. Blazing Barracudas, Josephine Piliang in 3. Sophia Lyons from Long Island Aquatic Club is in lane 4. Mia Eubank, Nova of Virginia in 5. Ole Swimming has Aubrey O. McKay. They're in lane 6. Patriot Aquatics out of Illinois, Stella Tomlinson, lane 7. And lane 8 is Rachel Ritter, Sioux Falls Swim Team. Oh, we got some awards. Here we are. I'm getting everybody excited, and we're going to go to the awards. So you girls just hang tight. We'll do some awards, and we'll be right back.
And bringing them out, the ladies in the 13 and 14, 1650. The top 8, Maya Beetler of Long Island Aquatic Club getting 8th place. 7th place goes to Riley Jones of Nova, Virginia. Eleanor Seybold in 6th place, Nation's Capital. Charlotte Dusher of Blazing Barracudas in 5th. In 4th place, Sioux Falls, Rachel Ritter. Big bronze going to Academy Bullets, Joey Dunn. The silver to Long Island Aquatic Club, Sadie Davidoff. And number 1, Long Island Aquatic, Sasha Carafin getting the gold. And again, congratulations, ladies. Give a big wave to the folks on the camera. The one upstairs there. I love it. And bringing out our gentlemen now for the 1650. In 8th place, Alex Alarco of Medina Swim Club. 7th place is Cole Nelson, Nova of Virginia. Doug Sims in 6th place, Nation's Capital. St. Andrews, William DeMarcos Murphy in 5th. Kevin Buckley in 4th, Long Island Aquatic. The bronze going to James Darcy, Long Island Aquatic. The silver to Reed O'Connell, Long Island Aquatic. And the gold to Nova of Virginia, Aiden Maminovic. And a big smile and a wave at the camera back home. And presenting the ladies 11 and 12 for the 100 individual medley. Ladies, in 8th place, Rise Aquatics, Madison Southwell. 7th place, Machine Aquatics, Aaron Cass. In 6th place, Fairfax Area Aquatics, Lexi Morrison. Fifth goes to Nova of Virginia, Natalie Tang. In fourth, St. Andrews Aquatics, Roxy Rogoff. The bronze to Nova of Virginia, Brantley Patterson. The silver to Ad Astra area, Ella Marsh. And the gold to Academy Bullets, Abby Moore, posting in with the winning time, 101.68. And big smiles for the camera again. Pro Swim visuals on deck. And the camera up by the speakers there going out over the internet so everybody in the world can see you. Gentlemen, 11 and 12 now at the award stand. In 8th place, Nova of Virginia Aquatics, Preston Wong. 7th place goes to Machine Aquatics, Dominic Lacey. 6th place, Only Swimming, Kingston Tang. 5th place is Cavalier Aquatics, Ben Charlton. In 4th, Leo Torres at Charles River. The bronze going to Ozaki Aquatics, Riley Burke. The silver to Charles River, Chase Whitman. And the gold to Rockville Montgomery, Jeremiah Jamosin.
So great to see those awards. Like to see the kids pumped up. They're getting these beautiful towels from Speedo.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Got a
Ready now.
Club Eagle and Speedo national champion, NCSA. Doesn't say NCSA national champion. This isn't really the national, so don't go putting it on your caps. But here we are, 200 IN. Announce these girls already before the awards. I did say that Erin Gemmel holds a record here as well from 2019. She went at 2:01:37. All these girls, of course, are the 13-year-old girls. Yep. Finished just outside the top 16 this morning, but we give them a bonus opportunity to race, and we've seen so many lifetime bests in the C final. I really hope we keep it rolling. 28.23 for Stella Tomlinson out there in lane number 7. She's one of the many Illinois swimmers we have down here. Her team, the Patriot Aquatic Club. With great support from Wisconsin, from Illinois, from New York, from Maryland, Virginia, D.C. Places where it's cold, they want to get the heck down here to Florida. I don't blame them. Center of the pool now, great backstroke leg. Sophie throws in a 29.59 right in that second. That clock can't be right, not 29. Here it is, Sophia Lyons 34.2, 33.2 for Nova. It's Mia Eubank in that second heat. But lane number 3 is Josephine Pilliang. She went 31.68. That's the backstroker you're looking for out of this group. Look up in number 6 and 7. Aubriel from Ole, Stella from Point, PAC. They're tight, they're touching together. Patriot and Ole, 7 and 6. Stella looking very strong in 6. Here come the girls in the middle of the pool, Sophia Lyons and Mia Eubank. Lane number 3 is still very strong, Josephine. You've got lane number 6 on lane 7. It's Aubriel and Stella at the touch. Mia Eubank. Mia gets it. 29.07 on the way home to go at 2:09.99. Mia Eubank swimming out of Nova. Great swim. There you go. So we go to the second heat. The B final is Kate Farrell, St. Charles in lane 1. Pinecrest has Sarah Miller in lane 2. Nova, Virginia gives us Lane Francis in lane 3. Allie Casanovas in lane 4 for Academy Bullets. Kendall Kreisen, Nova of Virginia in lane 5. Kara Patan, Long Island Aquatic in 6. Kira Workman, Northwest Arkansas in lane 7. And Academy Bullets, Leah Roji in lane number 8. 2:10.96 was the fastest time out of this group. Allie Casanovas went at it, took a 2:12.95 to sneak in 16th for Leah Roji. And in the center of the pool, Academy Bullets, Allie is showing you why. She's in lane 4. She goes out in the 27.15. Backstroke looks very good for Allie. Rotating her shoulders. Good turn there. And the hips. You don't want to just rotate your shoulders. Get your hips to go. Lane 1 is Kate Farrell. She's looking like she has a good backstroke leg going. Out in 7, that's Kira Workman. Kira went a 31.8. That looks to be the fastest of our backstroke legs. She's right in the thick of it, along with lane 8, Leah Roji, with that really good breaststroke. She was 4/10 behind Kira at the 50 turn, but has turned that in the other way around. Speaking of turning it around, look at lane 4 now, Allie Casanovas. She went 33.7 on her backstroke, but she's going to have the fastest breaststroke, no doubt about it. And that is 37.82. Nobody else close to that. And looking to be strong enough still to have a lead. Big lead there for Allie Casanovas. This morning, Allie's time was 2:10.96. And tonight, 2:09.12. Out there in lane 8, Leah Roji gets the second with a 2:10.36. We'll get everybody's times up here. And there you go. So let's get the 8 finalists out here. The girls that were our 8 fastest this morning. We're going to have Charles River Aquatics lead the parade. Sophia Oliveira gets the honors tonight. She'll set the pace. And here she comes. Getting some knuckles there. Paige Kowal, second one out. Yeah. Girls coming around the corner. Here they come, getting behind their blocks. And there's lane number 1. That's Nico Tahaya. Great meet she's having. You see their entry times from the morning. She's from Queens Aquatic. Waukesha Express has Emmy Meyer. She's had an outstanding meet. She's getting ready, slapping herself up there. There's Lucy Belty. Oh man, how many times have I called that name? At Astra Area Aquatics. Elizabeth Bryan, machine. She's been a machine. She's in 4 or 5's Kenzie Henrik. Kenzie is out of Sioux Falls. Long Island Aquatic Club has Madison Lynn. And they're in 6. Paige Kowal, Academy Bullets in 7. And Sophia Olivia, we said, in lane 8, she led the parade for Charles River. So the fastest time this morning came out of Machines, Elizabeth Bryan. She was 2:07.59. Look at some outside smoke for Sophia. But Lucy is fastest at the 50 fly, 26.72. Wow, that's getting it. And the fastest we ever had was 2:01.3. These girls are all 2:07, 2:08, so it's a lot to ask. Thinking about a record, but as we said, team titles and bringing home the gold, big part of it. Now Lucy and Elizabeth stroke for stroke. They hit the turn together. Clock says 2/10 apart. I think it was even closer. Breaststroke leg, all important. Looking pretty strong for Elizabeth. Nice and smooth. Lucy right with her. Still getting some good movement. I saw a little sneak a look. Elizabeth goes, okay, I'm pulling away. Yes, I guess I am. And she's still there. Don't look, Elizabeth. Just swim, baby. You got this. Get home. Elizabeth with a 37.08 to Lucy's 38.3. Kenzie really closed a bit. She went 36.1. Elizabeth did, I think, all she needed to do to kind of put herself in position. She's got to be strong coming back in this freestyle. She's got the lead. They're trying to catch her. That's Madison closing fast, but Elizabeth gets it. 2:05.23. 2:05.7. Kenzie. Third place going to Lucy. The 2:06.29. You see those fine times right there on your screen. And that'll wrap up the girls' individual medley for the year. 3 heats left of the boys' 200 distance. The record for the boys, Samuel Bork, 151.63. Heat 1. C finalist Connor Menier. Lane 1 for Arlington. Lane 2, Cullen Harrington, Nova of Virginia. Bennett Aldrich in lane 3 for the hometown Windermere Lakers. Lane 4, Thomas McMillan, St. Charles. Nova has Charlie Harrington over in 5, Waukesha Express, Benjamin Wasotsky. In 6, Alice Atkins, Rockwood Swim Club in 7, and Gabi Palinkovic for Hinsdale is in lane number 8. 8 lengths of the pool, 50 yards of each of the 4 competitive strokes. And with a slight lead, Thomas McMillan, 25.72. Said Thomas was your fastest qualifier this morning. He went 2:02.02. It took a 2:05.48 to get into this C final. Plus you had to be 13. No 14-year-olds allowed. Tom McMillan looking very strong here. Backstroke leg is a 30.29. Charlie goes 30.38. 30.43 for Benjamin over there in 6. How about a 29.8 for Alex in lane 7? That was your fastest 50 at back. Breaststroke so critical, 4 and 5. It's Thomas and Charlie. Thomas and Charlie. Don't forget about Lakers Bennett Aldrich. He's right here, hometown. Great breaststroke leg for Bennett. He goes 35.82. Charlie 35.88. Cullen Harrington matches that. And those are your 3 fast ones, but that's history now. Who's got the freestyle leg? 3 guys turning together, but Bennett Aldrich, he knows these walls. Trains here for Coach Alex and the Windermere Lakers. But here comes the finish with Thomas, and he gets that touch. Thomas comes home in a 27.2 to Bennett's 27.7. They both go 2:00. Nice drops there. They go 004 and 006. There's everybody's time. And we have 1 heat remaining. So in this race, we're going to see him march out. Got a couple of Rockville Municipal that used to be, and now it's Rockville Montgomery. But I met some friends last night, some new friends who told me it was going to be RMSC swimming in this race. Lane number 1, Alex Wood, NCAP. Ole swimming, Everett Ward in lane 2. Palatine swim team, Matthew Karasek in lane 3. Max Garbax, Madison, lane 4. Jack Dawson, RMSC or Rockville Montgomery. He's in 5. Charlie Welsh, Nova in 6. RMSC, Alexander Youngbluth in 7. And NCAP, Chase Rabe in 8. But looking at that 25-25 for Matthew Karasek, but 24-97 for Charlie out of Nova in lane 6. 24-60 was Alexander Youngbluth, and he does have the lead. So I met these wonderful ladies last night telling me some of the history of the RMSC team. Alexander getting just past a little bit there, but the breaststroke leg so important. 29.5 for Max in the center, 29.6 for Matthew. Lane number 3, Matthew Karasek with a good breaststroke leg. He's going to get there first, right even with Max Garbax. Max went a 33.7, Matthew a 34.2 is your fastest 2 breaststrokers. It comes down to what they have in freestyle. And it's going to come down to a touch between the guys from Madison and Rockville, or I'm sorry, in Palatine. And it does go to Palatine. Matthew Karasek, 156.92. Nice drop after being 200 this morning. And here's the times on the B final. Some great swims all the way through. 5 guys getting under 2 minutes. Gotta love that. That'll get us to the championship final. Walking out, we're going to be led by Nova's Ben Franks. He's the first man out. He's got his goggles on, setting his pace. Goggles, goggles, goggles. No goggles for Long Island's Braden Cape. And goggles, goggles, no goggles. And then goggles. Okay, the last couple. Lane number 1. Rockville Montgomery, RMSC, Griffin Oler. I met your mom last night, Griffin. We're going to talk about that. Alexander Rees, he's in lane 2 for Franklin Regional, having a great meet. Arlington Aquatic, Diego Ramos in lane 3. Lane 4, Academy Bullets, Braden Cape, and what a meet he has had. Long Island Aquatic has Reed O'Connell back out of that mile. There's Matthew Wolf. We know about him from Nova, Virginia. Lane 7 from Rockville, Montgomery. I have been calling him Charlie Begin, but I'm going to begin to call him Charlie Vegan because his mom told me last night that's how you pronounce it. And I am so sorry, Charlie, for messing it up all week. Ben Franks is in 8 for Nova of Virginia. So the boys are in. I had a wonderful little just chat with 4 of the ladies. You know, that Griffin's mom and Charlie's mom. And the whole idea was that, you know, they thought that I was doing a good job. We talked. And then they told me about you, Tracy. Tracy, are you listening back in Rockville? I am not Rowdy Gaines. We'll talk about that another time. I am Sid Cassidy. I've done this with Rowdy. Your leader there, boys, fastest butterflyer. Saw it on your screen, 25-1. 1-3 right in the center out of Braden Capon. He's had a phenomenal meet. Now, Rowdy's a good friend of mine, but I have a bone to pick with Rowdy, too. He miscalled that 200 medley relay the other night for NC State. He said Arizona State won. He didn't even see it. I should be doing his job. Braden is doing his job. He's 26-66, 51-7. That is stellar. And I do see out in lane number 7, Charlie Began with a great first 100. Now he's pushing that breaststroke best he can as Matthew Wolf comes blazing by him on the outside. Then you look down here on the inside, you got lane number 3, Diego Ramos from Arlington doing an outstanding job. But first to the freestyle is, again, Braden Capon, and then Diego, and then over there for Matthew getting into the freestyle. These boys are flying. Your fastest breaststroke split was 32.53 out of Diego. Capon was second. Maybe Matthew Wolf was second. He had a 32.4. But it all comes to how you can put them all together. And at the touch, it is Braden Capon. He goes 26.71, 151.69. Photo finish for second. Matthew Wolf just ahead of Diego Ramos. Good racing all the way across the board, boys. And I am very thankful to be here with all my friends from all the swim teams, especially my new friends, the RMSC moms. And Tracy, I'm sorry you don't have any more younger kids that can't be here this week, but do your best not to confuse me with Rowdy. We are very different. Coming up next is the girls' 100 butterfly. That is event number 95. The record in that event, Annika Kai, Rockville, Montgomery, 57.42. And that was set in 2022. C final is Ginny Kuttner, Long Island, in lane 1. Kelly Burke from Madison in lane 2. Ellen Young, Blazing Barracudas, in lane number 3. Her teammate, Eva Hughes, in lane 4. Ole Swimming has Sophia Rogenbuck in lane number 5. Kate Rosenbaum, Blazing Barracudas, in 6. Zadie Schatz, SSAC, is in 7. And Caroline Barcia from the Cavaliers in lane 8. Hundred-yard butterfly. Lane 4 is fastest. That's Eva, 29.28. She is blazing. She's got her teammate in lane 3. Over in lane number 5 from Ole, that's Sophia. 29.28, 29.80 for Ellen, the other Barracuda, blazing along. This looks to be Eva Hughes. Getting those hips up, reaching out. She's going to touch first in a time of 1:02.77. Nice drop. Gets the W. Blazing Barracudas. The B final is up next. Ozaki Aquatics has Amanda Lotz swimming in lane 1. Tate McDonald from Hinsdale will be in lane 2. Rides Aquatic Club gives us Vivian Gamini in 3. Una Diaz in lane 4. Cam Gardenia in lane 5 from Peoria Area Water Wizard. Ava Baker, St. Andrews Aquatics, that's our girl, over in 6. Ella Hafner, Point Aquatics. Coach Kevin's girl in 7. And McKinley Bussin from Nation's Capital in lane number 8. B final, 100 butterfly. Good clean start. They're in. Fastest out of this group in the morning, 1:03.10, Una Diaz. 1:03.86 is what McKinley did to get 16th and earn that lane 8 position. So pretty close. Girls across the board, you like to think in this level anybody can win it. Maybe even Ava Baker, who's out pretty strong over there in lane number 6. But first is going to be 28.72 for Una Diaz. 28.89 for Cam. 28.82 for Vivian. 29.3 is Ava. Coming off this 75, really good underwaters. Looking strong over in 4, 5, 6. That's Una, Cam, Ava. Now it's Una and Cam at the finish. Oh, it is Una Diaz. 101.26, 101.34 for Cam, and 102.23 for Ava. Great racing, girls. Very nice effort. Okay, I hear the music. Got the big bass beat. That means we're going to be going to another parade. And leading the way, that's Gracie Schur. She's from Rockville, Montgomery Swim Club. Here come all the girls. Coach is getting into the beat. Everybody's loving what Mike Greenwell plays. Lane number 1 is going to be Isabella Mason, RMSC. Lane number 2 from the Cavaliers, Claire Strassheim. There she is. Fairfax Area Aquatics gives us Lexi Morrison. Here she's got her cap and goggles ready. Top seed, lane 4. We've seen her all weekend. Maddie Bynum. Nova. Madison Southwell from Rise. She's in lane number 5. Ella Marsh at Astra Area Aquatics. Lane number 6. And Claire Simon, Academy Bullet Swim Club in 7. There's 8. There's Gracie Schur. Thanks for getting us out. Rockville, Montgomery, bookending a very fast heat. Fastest time this morning was 1:00:26. Took a 1:02:86 for Gracie to sneak in. So you know all of these girls would love to see that 5 laid up on the scoreboard. You go 1:00, you just say, man, I don't know if I can get after that Rockville record that Annika Kai set last year, 57:42. But just let me see a 5 laid up. And that's the way Maddie Bynum is starting. The swimmer from Nova is not wasting any time. She gets out in 26:68. Wow. Nobody within a full second of her at the halfway mark. This morning she was a minute .26. It would take a big piano on her back not to break a minute at this point. Come on, Maddie. All you girls get it home. Lane 3, putting Lexi Morrison. Putting a big move here. Lane number 6 is Ella Marsh. But this is Maddie's race. 57.50. 1, 2, 3 more girls get under. Oh, almost 4. Outstanding racing there, ladies. Nice drops from this morning. There's everybody's times. Gotta love them. So, that'll get us over to the boys event. The boys 100 butterfly, where Thomas Heilman set the record, swimming for Piedmont Family in 2019. He went a 53.21. The C heat is going to be made up of Wesley Moncton from Nation's Capital in 1, Elliot Leisure, Rochester in 2. You see all the names there. Atticus Fogarty from the Flying Dolphins in 3. St. Charles swim team, Connor Plushqua. He's in 4. Lubo Liu Chorbadjiski is from New Trier, and he's in 5. Long Island Aquatic has Michael Meehan in lane number 6. Timmy Abbott, Arlington Aquatic Club in 7, and Brady Hawk Nova in lane 8. 102.97 is what Connor went this morning to get lane 4. 106.46 Brady went to have a position to race. You got a lane, you got a chance. So we are looking at New Trier's Lubo out fastest. This morning he was 1:05.00. I'm sorry, 1:04.00. And he is out tonight in a 28.23. still got the lead at the 75, although Connor Plusqua is doing his best. Atticus Fogarty trying to get in the game. It's looking like Lubo at the touch. Lubo, Chorbajiski. Nutrien Aquatics. 101.04. There's his time. He seems happy. That's good. Heck yeah. Next stop under a minute. Good swimming, boys. And that will get us to the next heat, the B final, where Chase Humphreys will swim for Rockville Montgomery in lane 1. Gabe Hansen for Machine in 2. Nova has Preston Wong in 3. Kingston Tang Holy swimming in lane 4. Aiden Malky swim United in 5. Jace Christensen, St. Charles swim team in 6. Maxim Pralat, Palatine in 7. And Jack Schreiber from Hinsdale in lane number 8. And the boys are in. Fastest out of this group, Kingston Tang from Ole. He went 101.53, but that was just 4 100ths ahead of both Aiden and Preston, who tied for 10th on either side of him. So 101.5, you got to believe these boys are thinking, man, maybe we can get in the 50s. How about a 59? Can one of us do it? Don't forget Christensen, St. Charles over there. And it's Malky first at the turn. Aiden, 27.88. We're all right there. Got to come home in a 32 flat. Get under that magic number. Might have it. Good strong turn. Lane 6, Aiden Malky. He's from Swim United. He's hanging on. There's 7. Christensen at the touch. Oh, it's 2 guys under. Both Aiden and Jace. 59.78, 59.96. Way to go, fellas. 1, 2 from Swim United, and then St. Charles. So that heat is in the books. There's everybody's time. And Dylan Pino from Rockville Montgomery is leading this parade. There you go, Dylan. Got the goggles on. You're ready. Get down there to lane 8 and get it going, man. Rest of the 11 and 12 boys in the final heat of the 100 butterfly. Lane number 1 is going to be Leo Torres from Charles River Aquatics. All right, Charles River. Leo's ready. 2 is Machine, Josiah Sturgill. There he is. Hometown boy, Windermere Lakers, Jaden Sy. He's got lane 3. Fastest qualifier, Rockville Montgomery, Jeremiah Jermonson. He's in. 5 is going to be Kai Joyner, Rochester. There he is. You see 6, Eli Rutherford, representing Charlottesville. Lane 7, arms up in the air. Jamie's pumped. He's got his team behind him. Jamie Arcorice, and then Dylan Pino. He's got Rockville Montgomery locked down. He went a 1:00.82 to get in here in 8th position. 57.58 was Jeremiah, fastest of the morning. And as we said, the meet record, a sizzling 52.31 from 2019, Thomas Heilman, Piedmont family. Jeremiah says, well, got to get after it. We'll see what I can do. He was first at the 25. Putting a lot of power into each cycle. He turns first at 26.00. Just outside of him at 26.40 is Kai Joyner. Kai out of the Rochester Swim Club up in Minnesota. Jeremiah is from Rockville, RMSC. And now he's hanging on. At the touch, just an enough. He goes 55, 81. Joyner 56.23. Very good swims across the board. And we'll get everybody's tag. There it is. There's the foot clap. I learned about this, the Joe Schmo. I learned from these ladies last night. If a Rockville guy wins the heat, they started this Joe Schmo because Joe started it last week, or Joe did it at another week. Now, Joe Schmo's name is not really Joe Schmo, but the Joe Schmo move is win the heat, roll over, grab the backstroke, and pull your feet up to clap. So get a look for it. It's a new trend. It's starting here, and it's going to go viral. Thanks, Rockville. Here's the awards.
And we've got some of the ladies out there already, some of them following up. Getting there, we are. In 8th place is Academy Bullet Swim Club, Paige Kowal. 7th place goes to QNS Aquatics, Nico Jahaya. In 6th place, Waukesha Express, Emily Meyer. 5th place is Charles River Aquatics, Sophia Oliveira. 4th, Long Island Aquatics, Madison Lynn. The bronze to Ad Astra Aquatics, Lucy Velti. The silver to Suez Falls, Kenzie Henrik. And the gold posting in with a winning time of 2:05.23, Elizabeth Bryan of Machine Aquatics. And bringing them out now, the gentlemen for the 200 individual medley. In 8th place from Franklin Regional Swim Team, Alexander Rise. 7th place, Nova of Virginia, Ben Franks. In 6th place, Long Island Aquatics, Reed O'Connell. Charlie Began in 5th place for Rockville, Montgomery Rockville again in 4th place with Griffin Oller. The bronze going to Arlington Aquatic, Diego Ramos. The silver to Nova of Virginia, Matthew Wolfley. And in number 1 position, getting the gold, Academy Bullets, Braden Capeman, posting in with a time 1:51.69 to take the win. And bringing out the ladies now. In the 100 butterfly, our winners. In 8th place, Academy Bullets, Claire Simon. Gracie Schuer in 7th place, Rockville, Montgomery. Cavalier Aquatics, Claire Strasson. In 6th place, Isabel Neeson. In 5th place, Rockville, Montgomery. Madison Southwell in 4th for Rise Aquatics. The bronze going to Ad Astra area, Ella Marsh. The silver to Fairfax area, Lexi Morrison. And number 1, posting in with a 57.50, Nova of Virginia Aquatics, Maddie Bynum. And congratulations, ladies. Here we go, the gentlemen, 11 and 12 for the 100 butterfly, are prize winners. And in 8th place, Machine Aquatics, Josiah Sturgill. 7th place goes to Rockville, Montgomery, Dylan Pino. 6th place to Nova, Virginia, Jamie Arcaris. In 5th place, Charles River Aquatics, Leo Torres. Jaden Sy in 4th place, Windermere Lakers. In 3rd place, Cavalier Aquatics, Eli Rutherford. The silver going to Rochester Swim Club, Kai Joyner. And the gold to Rockville, Montgomery, posting in at 55.81, Jeremiah Jamosin.
A lot of happy boys there and girls before them would get us to the 50-yard breaststroke race. For 13 and 14 girls, 3 heats. We start with the C heat. Of course, you can see their names on your screen. Brenna Chan from Rise will be in lane number 1. Shorewood Swim Club has Maddie Dubois in 2. Charlotte White Nova in 3. Harper Paradise, Verona area in 4. Fiona Sanjaya Rockville in 5. And Dinah Amira Nguyen Igals, and she's in 6. Campbell Shore from Point Aquatics in 7. And Megan Ayers from the Cavaliers in 8. And they're all in the water racing down and back. Zoe Skirball set this record, 27.99 back in 2019. Racer X, I remember that well. Seems like I was just watching Zoe now at the Women's NCAAs last week. Many of our grads have moved on, as all these girls are dreaming. You call it here, maybe lane 4. Yes, it is Harper Paradise from Verona area, 31.15. Drops her time 7/10 this morning. And gets the victory. Always good to practice winning. The B final now. In lane number 1, Julia Bartula from Academy Bullets. Savannah Harris, Nova of Virginia Aquatics. Lane 3, Leah Rogi, Academy Bullets. Nellie Sandor from Patriot Aquatic Club is in lane 4. Nora Nalawi, Palatine, she's in 5. 6 is Rockville Montgomery's Renya Lee. Paige Kowal from the Bullets is in 7. And Stella Tomlinson, Patriot Aquatic Club, lane 8. And they're in. Down and back, 30.51 is what Nellie Sandor went. Her teammate went 31.44 to get in to lane 8. Lane 4 and lane 8, both Patriots. Lane 4, I tell you, Nellie's got a good quick start. She is out there. Lane 3 is Leah Rogi. She's trying to go with her. Everybody's tight, but just a little bit of separation, and Nellie goes 30.01. Oh, man. Oh, man. Just almost that magic 29, but I'll tell you what, that's a fantastic swim for the heat. Good job, girls, and you're all only 13. Now we go for the 13-14's mixed B final. I'm sorry, A final. I said the A final. It's the A fastest. These are all the 13-14 girls who just finished. And now the A final. Walking out first with a smile from Arlington Aquatic. That was Annabelle Bremner. She's leading the parade as a happy girl. It's the last night of the meet. Everybody's happy. We're in the happiest place on earth, right? No, it's not the Magic Kingdom. It's the Rosen Aquatic and Fitness Center. Claire Donnelly, looking like a Patriot herself for Hinsdale in lane 1. Elizabeth Bryan saw her great IM swim there. Machine Aquatics in 2. Pinecrest has Sarah Miller in lane number 3. Hinsdale's got Tasha Mantell in lane 4. Nico Tahaya from Queens, she's in lane 5. Kenzie Henrik, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, lane 6. York has Nina Wysocki in 7. And Arlington Aquatic Club, as we said, Annabelle Bremner in lane number 8. Down and back breaststroke. Tasha Mantell in lane 3. She went 29.85 to lead all the swimmers this morning. She's the only one who was under 30. It took a 30.43 for Annabelle to get in 8th place. Tasha out quick, slight lead perhaps. No room for errors in this down and back race. Very strong kick on Mantell. She's riding that out. Looks like she's got it. Touching first with a 29.37. All right. Congratulations. She's smiling. There's a good smile. A little bit of knuckles, a handshake. There's everybody's time. Good fast heat tonight.
The gentlemen at the starting block now. 13 and 14.50 breaststroke.
So it's good for the girls. It's going to be good for the boys. Let's go to the C heat. Of the boys, 13 and 14, you can read them there. Cole Dameron in 1. Olivier Bouy in 2. Cole's from Nova. Olivier from Rockville, Montgomery. St. Charles has Josh Lack in 3. The Morgan boys are right next to each other in 4 and 5. Hugh is in 4, Neal's in 5. Hopefully they won't switch it up and confuse us. Cullen Harrington of Nova is in 6. Gabby Palinkovic from Hinsdale in 7. And Mikhail Cherepanov from Bravo down in South Florida. He's in 8. So the Machine Twins, Hugh and Neal in the center of the pool. Looking pretty strong in 4 and 5. But don't count out Cole Dameron down here in lane 1. Nope, at the touch. What about 3? It's going to be Hugh and then Neal. 28.9, 29.1. The Morgans get it done in the banana heat. In the C heat. As we move to the banana heat, the bonus for 13-year-olds. I do love this. So you're looking at the banana heat now, the B final. Long Island Express has Kyle Kim in 1. Ryan Folger from Piranha Aquatics in 2. Nation's Capital's got Luke Dion in 3. Long Island Aquatic Club, GL Zhu in 4. Nation's Capital has Alex Wood and Luca Beslet. They're in 5 and 6. Rockville's got Ethan Bois in 7, and Luke Campet or Kempe, depending on when you're thinking of going to Paris Olympics, Luke. Kempe might be it. Anyway, the York swimmer in lane 8. Very tight, looking maybe like 4, maybe like 6. 6 is Luca Beslick. He's got a strong one. He might get the touch. It's 4. It's 6. It is 6. Luca. 28.25. 1/100th of a second. Just behind. Yeah, look, they're happy boys. They got it. Gotta like that. Good teammates. Luca's like, heck yeah, man. Take that 28-2. That's me. All right, the A finalists coming out. Max Garbax, the only 13-year-old in the group. He gets to walk them out because he's in lane 8. And here they all come. His 50 breaststroke record, Samuel Bork, Mid-Wisconsin wave maker par excellence. Sam went 26.20 back in 2018. And the guys walking out, lane 1 is Ben Franks, Nova. Lane 2 taking his time, and he's had a long week. Who can blame him? Andrew Vanas from Nation's Capital. There he is. Lane number 3, that's Charlie Welsh, Nova of Virginia. Lane number 4, top seed, Franklin Regional, Alexander Riaz. Nova also has Matthew Wolf in 5. We've seen him swim and race well already tonight. A pair of Rockville Montgomery boys, Jack Dawson in 6 and Jonathan Lombardo in 7. And as we said, Max Garbax out there in lane 8. And that sets the field for event number 98. 50 breaststroke, 13 and 14 boys. In clean, we said the record 26.20. Fastest this morning 27.39 out of Alexander. He's out quick again tonight. I think he's the first one around. Pops up, looking good. Here it's a loud crowd here in the big house, and Alexander touches 26.76. Doesn't quite get the Bork record, but 26 will open some eyes. You keep dropping those times, we're going to see you at that NCAA meet soon, young man. There's everybody's time. And that will wrap up the 50s of breaststroke, and we'll move into the 200s of backstroke. 3 heats to go for the girls. The C finalist featuring our 11-year-old is up first. And in lane 1, Academy Bullets, Gabby Graham. Lane 2, the Sailfish out of Connecticut, Stanford Sailfish, Zadie Schatz. Lane 3 is going to be Jenna Ryan, Rockville, Montgomery. Iowa Flyers sent down Helena Mundisev to swim in lane 4. And next to her, my favorite, Julia Stoll, because she's from St. Andrews Aquatics. Oh, got that little blessed herself in. That's good, Julia. Lane number 6. Swimming for Long Island, that's May Stresser. Ashleisha Fattare, Nova of Virginia, is in 7. And Mara Wilson in lane number 8. So this morning, Helena was the fastest out of this group. Her time was 2:20.01. Mara got in from Machine with a 2:25.16. 200 backstroke, a challenging race, especially for your legs. And these young ladies are all that young. First at the 50, Helena goes 32.1. I know that Julieta next to her had a big drop this morning. I was very impressed with the way she swam her 200. She was only had her 11th birthday something like 10 or 12 days ago, so she'd been swimming 10 and under her whole life, never saw these 200s of stroke. And said, why not, Coach, put me in. Coach Danny Asensio doing a great job with her. Lane 3, Jenna Ryan now takes the lead, 34.60 on that 50, 35.6 for Helena, 35.4 for Julieta. And those are 34.9 for Zadie over here in lane 2. So lane number 3, Jenna Ryan from Rockville, Montgomery. 11-year-old that went 2:21.9 this morning in her morning swim. Really smooth, looking to be faster than that tonight. She turns in a 35.27. 36.6 next to her is Helena. 35.9 for Julieta. 35.2 is Jenna, so she's still in control of this heat with 25 to go. Very strong swim for her. Smooth. Lane number 2. Sailfish looking very good as Zadie Schatz. She's starting to make a move, but it might be too late. But at the touch, it is Jenna Ryan, 34.45, 2:16.71. All these girls with great swims tonight, dropping their times from this morning. Outstanding all the way across. All right, ladies. You can put that one in the books. Great job. The B final up next. Rockville Montgomery has Gracie Scher. She's in lane 1. Rockville. Lane 2, Rafaela Andretta, Charles River. Madison Aquatics has Kelly Burke in 3. Nation's Capital, Hannah Wexler in lane 4. Academy Bullets, Claire Simon in 5. Lauren Canty from Long Island Aquatic in 6. Harper Bartholomew, Rockville Montgomery, lane 7. And Ella Hafner, Point Aquatics, lane 8. And they're in 200 yards of the pool. 8 lengths of this Harris Rosen Championship course. Talked about Mr. Rosen last night. Thank you, Mr. Rosen, for all you're doing for us here in Central Florida Swimming, providing us with this great opportunity to run these meets back to back. We are most appreciative and very thankful. Up there in lane number 7, that is Harper Bartholomew. She's going to be first at the 50 with a 31.68. The RMSC girl trying to wrap up her last night with a big swim. The record in this event was set back in 2018. Tiger Aquatics out of LSU brought Abby Dunford over from Louisiana, and she went a 2:03.63. That's pretty fast. Still going to be a slight lead for Harper. She turns in a 33.74 to go 105.42. At a 33.8 out of Claire Simon, 33.9 out of Rafaela in 2. Nobody else under 34 on that particular 50. A lot of times the girls start to move here. Claire and Harper still looking to be pretty strong. Hannah Wexler in lane 4. She was 34.0 with a 106.1, so she's in the mix for sure. And Harper still clinging on to that lead. She went 35.3. But Claire turned in a 34.9 to make up a bit of it. Kelly Burke over in lane 3 went a 34.4. Puts her kind of right into it. Hannah Wexler, but that one's Claire Simon. Claire turned in a 34.9 and then picked up the tempo. Now she's walking away from this seat. Claire Simon, Academy Bullets at the wall. Comes home in a 33.4 to go 2:14.19. Negative split that 100 back. I think her coaches will be happy with that. She's catching her breath right now. Congratulations, there's everybody's time. She wanted to tell Lauren Canty, hey, good swim. Good job, all you girls. One more 200 for the girls. It is the fastest 8 ladies from this morning. Here comes the parade leading the way. That's Natalie Tang from Nova. There you go, girls. Get ready. Get a little love from the coaches. Get ready to race. Lane number 1, Eagle Swim Team. Alicia Ann. There's Alicia stepping up right now, ready to go. Brantley Patterson, Nova. There she is. Getting ready in lane 2. Sophia Penchevs from Palatine. See the green cap? Oh, yeah. Top seed, Abby Moore. What else is new? She's from Academy Bullets. But she was only 2 100ths ahead of this young lady, Una Diaz. Their times nearly identical, Academy in Long Island. Stingrays has Savannah Lurch in 6. Sedona King, you see her there in 7 for Charlottesville. And Nova, we said Natalie Tang rounds out the field up in lane number 8. So they're going to be going after the Dunford record, but that's a fast one. They're going to be racing each other and see if they can get into some single digits. Be nice to see the 2.0 light up. 2:09 is a lot better than a 2:10, isn't it, girls? That's a 3-second drop if you got it in you. It's been a long week. been a long couple of weeks for some of us here. We're thrilled to do it. We're all about the kids. We keep this as an athlete-centered competition, and that's what drives everything. Pretty fast out over there in 5. That's Una Diaz. She's first with a 30-point. Oh, no, Patterson, 30.65 in lane 2 got around. All right. Brantley Patterson, quick legs for Nova. She was 2:14.7 this morning. It took a 2:16.6 to make the top 8. I'm still looking over there at Una in that white cap. Don't forget Sophia in lane 3. She looks pretty smooth. Lane 2 is Brantley. She was first at the 50. This time it's going to be Una just a little bit ahead of her. Couple of tenths. Lane 3 is Sophia Penchev. Abby Moore in lane 4 was 2:12.0 this morning. Man, she's been swimming a lot. These girls have to be tired. I'm tired just watching them. Una Diaz, though, is keeping her tempo up. Brantley Patterson in 2 is trying to stay with her. Una doing her last turn at this end. She goes at 33.24. 33.62 was Brantley. Sophia in 3, 33.8. Nobody else under 34. So it looks like the race is out there and over here. Una Diaz, Long Island Aquatic Club. She has picked up her tempo. Abby Moore trying to put a push on late, but this is all Una Diaz at the touch. 2:08.66. She comes home in a 31.8, still faster than anybody in the heat. And that 2:08.66, a nice 4-second drop nearly from her morning performance. So that'll do it for the 200 backstroke girls. We got 3 heats of boys left with that game. And then we'll be finishing up with 50s. Awards, 50 free, awards, medley relay. That's what we got left after these 3 heats of 200 backstroke. There's the C final in front of you. Harvey Trivette, Nova in 1, Nation Capital, Rian Ahuja in 2. Nova has Nate Duran in 3. Trevor Smith, Franklin Regional, is in lane 4. Logan Phillips, Nation's Capital in 5. Madison Aquatic, Quincy Laufenberg in 6. Nova of Virginia has Brady Hawk in 7, and Eric Moldovan completes the field out in lane 8 for the Academy Bullets. 2:19.58. 1958, that was a good year. That's the year my baby sister was born. Tells you I'm an old man. That was my first of 3 baby sisters, actually. That was my Irish twin sister, so I'm not that old. 2:19.58 is what Trevor Smith went for Franklin, and that 2:26.39 is what Eric Moldovan did to get into this heat. But all these guys are even. Well, most of them, 6 of them coming into the first turn. 33.0, 32.9, 32.90 was Logan Phillips from Nation's Capital. He's in lane 5. Lanes 4 and lane 5, Trevor Smith and Logan Phillips. Lane 5, Logan gets first. He's 1:08.0. He went a 35.1 on that lap.
Trevor Smith, stroke for stroke, and going into the turn on the synchronized swimming.
C final, Trevor Smith in 4, Logan Phillips, Nation's Capital. He's over in 5. And they're kind of leaving this field. 36s is what they're going, 36.5. Most of the other guys, 37s and above. Now it looks like Trevor Smith making a strong move coming into that final 50, but Logan not out of it, but he's got to move quick. Trevor looks like he's got it, and he is going to touch first. 2:20.09, 5/10 back for Logan. Lots of good swims for the 11-year-old boys. Proud to see them get that 200 stroke race in. So we move on. The B final. Zane Lee from Rockville, Montgomery is in lane number 1. Ryan Yao, Long Island Aquatics, lane 2. Luke Miller from Ozolki, he's in 3. Jaden Yoke from Long Island is in lane 4. Nicholas DeAngelis, his teammate, in 5. Franklin Regional Swim Team has Lucas Stefan in 6. Jack Brennan from Rise in 7. And Lewis Myers from the Stamford Sailfish up in Connecticut. He's got lane 8 locked down. He went 2:16.35 to earn that spot. It took a 2:13.83 is what our top seed in this heat was. So all the boys about 3 seconds apart. 8 lengths of the pool backstroke. Way up at the top of your screen and down at the bottom of your screen. You got Zane Lee at the bottom. You got Lewis Myers at the top. And those are your 2 fastest guys bookending this heat, 30.3 and 30.7. The record in this race, one of our California swimmers, Ronald Dalmacio, came in from Rose Bowl back in 2016. He went a 1:58.89. Wow. Now we've got lane number 6 coming along. Still going to be Zane Lee with the lead, 1:03.35. Look at the center. We do not have the names correct because John Ackerley actually got taken out of lane 4 and he was moved up into lane 1 of the A final. There was a scratch there. So if you're looking on your screen and you see John Ackerley, he's not swimming yet, but lane 1 sure is. That's Zane Lee. And then you got Nicholas DeAngelis. He's from Long Island Aquatic Club. It's his teammate currently in 4, who's Jaden Young. But these guys are getting after it. Nice swim from the outside. Really tight now between Lee and DeAngelis. DeAngelis in 5 out in the middle. Lee down at the bottom. You can see him. He's going to come in here to the wall at the touch. Who's going to get it? It's going to be, yes, Zane Lee. 2:10.41, a couple tenths ahead of Nicholas DeAngelis. Some good swims across the board there. And you can scratch number 7, John Ackerley, and insert Jaden Yao from Long Island. That's his time. And you can scratch Dima Rozdalski in lane 1 because he is not here, and John Ackerley's going to be taking his spot. Look who's leading the parade. Lots of knuckles for Kingston Tang. Kingston, I hear his coach giving him a big yell out. Coach Adam wants to see that 12-year-old tear it up from the outside tonight. We're going to come around. The first guy we're going to see in lane 1 is going to be John Ackerley from Nova. That is not Dima. It is John. Lane 2 is Eli Rutherford from Cavalier Aquatics. Cavalier Y. Riley Burke Ozaki. That's him in lane 3. Orange cap. Top qualifier from Rockville, Montgomery, Rafael Fontana. He's getting a little patch on the back. Going, come on, you got this. Kai Joyner next to him from Rochester. Then another RMSC swimmer, Mason Moretti. He's ready in lane 6. Gibson Jones Nova in lane 7. And we talked about Kingston Tang, big man for Ole, 12 and unders. And he's out there in lane number 8. 8 lengths of the pool. 2:05.62 was Raphael. 2:05.66. Kai right next to him. So those two guys virtually the same. 2:06 flat for Riley, the orange cap in lane 3. And that's kind of where we expect the race to come from, the 3 guys in the center. Everybody else above 2:10 this morning when they swam this event. Getting out very fast. Kai Joyner. Kai from Rochester, Minnesota, in the Rochester Swim Club, 27.78. Establishing himself as the early leader. And look, this is the last race for the 11 and 12 boys in stroke. All they got left is a 50 free. And say, this might be my last race. I want to get in there and get it. And get up there and get after it. Kai is doing just that in lane 5. Riley getting after him in lane 3. Kai goes 30.1 to go 57.9. You see how close they are. Riley was at 30.6. Raphael 31.7 in the center there. Still holding on very strong out in lane 5, Kai Joyner. Kai Joyner and then Riley Burke. Kai's 50 there, 31.9, 32.0 Riley. Nobody else anywhere close to him. 32.7 was Raphael, and then we had 33s and 4s. Making that turn, coming on strong. Look at that tempo. Kai Joyner, he's going to win this heat, get a gold medal, big points. 159.69. He gets it under. Outstanding swim. Doesn't quite get Dalmacio's 158 record, but boy, did he give a good run at it. Nice to see that 12-year-old boy under 2 minutes and a 200 back. Outstanding swim. The young man from Rochester, Minnesota. Okay, so now we go to some awards before we get to these 50s. And we'll be right back for the crash and bash and get down there 50 freestyle type of swim. What do they call it? Splash and dash, dash and splash. Either way, it's going to be fun. We got some heats of 50, and then we're going to wrap it up with some medley relays and awards. We got these awards right here, right now, so stay tuned.
And here we go, bring out the ladies in the 13 and 14 50 breaststroke.
Winners Claire Donnelly in 8th place, Hinsdale Swim Club. Nino Wasaki in 7th place, York Swim Club. Machine Aquatics, Elizabeth Bryan in 6th place. 5th place, Annabelle Bremer of Arlington Aquatics. 4th place, Sarah Miller of Pinecrest. The bronze goes to QNS Aquatics, Nico Jahaya. The silver to Suez Falls, Kinsey Henrik. And the gold to Hinsdale Swim Club, Tasha Mantell, posting in with a winning time, 29.37. And congratulations, ladies. Oh, we got some of that Florida weather. The sun is shining bright and it's raining. I love it. And here we go, the gentlemen. In the 50 breaststroke, making their way out to the starting blocks, our award stand. And in 8th place, Madison Aquatic Club, Max Garbax. 7th place, Nova of Virginia, Ben Franks. In 6th place, Rockville Montgomery, Jonathan Lombardo. 5th place is Rockville Montgomery, Jack Dawson. 4th place goes to Nova of Virginia, Charlie Welsh. The bronze to Nation's Capital, Andrew Venice. The silver to Nova of Virginia, Matthew Wolfley. And the gold, Franklin Regional, Alexander Rise, posting in with a winning time, 26.76. And the ladies for the 200 backstroke, our winners, Nova of Virginia, Natalie Tang in 8th place, Eagle Swim Team, Alicia Ann in 7th, Cavalier Aquatics, Sedona King in 6th place, Stingray, Savannah Lurch in 5th, 4th place goes to Palatine Swim Team, Sophia Penchev, the bronze to Academy Bullets, Abby Moore, the silver to Nova of Virginia, Brantley Patterson, and the gold to Long Island Aquatic Club, Una Diaz, posting in with a 2:08.66. And bringing out the gentlemen now, the 11 and 12 200 backstroke are winners. In 8th place, it is Kingston Tang of Ole Swimming. John Ackerley takes 7th. Nova of Virginia. Nova of Virginia again in 6th place with Gibson Jones. Rockville Montgomery Mason Moretti in 5th place. Eli Rutherford in 4th for Cavalier Aquatics. The 3rd place, the bronze, going to Rockville Montgomery, Rafael Fontana. The silver to Ozaki Aquatics, Riley Burke. And the winner, the gold, going to Rochester Swim Club, Kai Joyner. Posting in with a 1:59.69 to take the win. And good to go. Ladies, 13 and
14:50 freestyle at the starting blocks.
And we are back for the 50 freestyle. Aubriel McKay, Ole Swimming in lane 1. Southwest Aquatic Teams, Maya Miles in 2. Allie Hayes, Long Island Aquatic Club in 3. Lane 4, Josephine Piliang, Blazing Barracudas. Academy Bullets has Annabelle Narwaki in 5. Emily Meyer, Cavalier in 6. 7, Stella Tomlinson, Patriot in 8. From Nova, Lane Francis. Down and back freestyle, Zoe Skirball set our meet record at 22:87. Talked about the Racer X. Repping us at D1s these days. These girls dreaming of that. Center of the pool. Looking like lane number 4, Josephine. She's blazing. She's a Barracuda. She made lane 1. No, she gets there. Josephine, 24:36. Aubriel in lane 1 from Ole goes 24:71 to get the second. There's everybody's time. Whoop. Oh, we got 2 1s. That's okay. You get the idea. Coming up next is the B final. Nation's Capital owns lane 1 and 2 with Catherine Pugh and Hannah Clattenburg. Corona area swim team has Harper Paradise in 3. Sioux Falls gives us Kenzie Henrik in 4. Gabrielle Day, Rockville in 5. Natalie Wu, Long Island in 6. A pair of Buffalo Aquatics racers, Amelia McKinnon and Leah Gaskell. In 7 and 8, the girls are in clean. 24-4-2 is what Kenzie from Sioux Falls did. Great underwater for her, right in the center of the pool. Lane 4 just outside of her, Gabrielle Day. Gabby from Rockville, Montgomery with a good turn. Who's got the reach? It looks like it could be Kenzie, could be Gabby. At the touch, it is Gabby, yes! Gabrielle Day, 24-07. Oh, on her left hand. I think your right hand could have been 23-9, Gabrielle. Just my guess. But outstanding swim, really good job for all you young ladies. Getting it done. So we got one last individual 50 freestyle for the 13 and 14 girls. We're going to see the leaders, and guess who's going to be leading the parade? That's right, St. Andrews' very own Alara Hurwitz. Alara gets to walk them out tonight. The 8 girls that were fastest this morning, you see their names. There you go, stretch it out there, Alara. You got this, girl. Woo. Oh yeah, serious, look serious. They're getting ready. Get it, Alara. Let's get it, girls. Down and back. Lane number 1, only 13 years old, representing Long Island Aquatic Club. You see her there, Patty Tang. Yes, she's ready for this 50. Buffalo Aquatics gives us another 50 freestyler, Lauren Golden, right there in lane 2. Lane 3, Aria Grossenbach. Patriot Aquatic Club. Fastest qualifier, Amy Shunk. She's Savannah swim team out of Georgia. At Astra Area Aquatics, there's Lucy. Lucy's had an incredible week. Sophia Oliver, Charles River in 6. Leah Roji, Academy Bullets in 7. And there's our girl, you see her, Alara Hurwitz, lane number 8. Girls are in clean, underwater, see who gets up. Center of the pool, Amy Shunk was 23-4-3 this morning. And she is very fast here on either side of her. You got Lucy Velty and Aria Grossenbach. Don't want to forget these lanes. Out in lane 7, that's Leah Roji. Oh, it is Lucy Velty, 23-38. Outstanding swim. All the way across the board, some very fast times. Here we go. Shunk second, Roji third. Great racing, girls. But the 22.87 Racer X record will hold another year, at least. The boys' record was set in 18. Samuel Bork went at 20.79, and Long Island Express has lanes 1 and 2 of the C final with Tobe Swosu and Zachary Paggy. St. Charles has the next 2 blocks with Brady Jordan and Thomas McMillan. Rockville Montgomery has 5. That's Jack Tvornik. Ryan Baldwin for Long Island Aquatic in 6. Palatine has Victor Gutt in 7. And Tyler Kaminsky, lane number 8 for Nation's Capital. Swimming Kaminsky family. There are dozens of them around the country, trust me. At the turn, lane number 4, I don't know, 4, 5, 6, could be McMillan, could be Tvornik. Out in lane 6 for sure, that's Ryan Baldwin looking very strong. At the touch, it is Ryan. He goes 22.40, just ahead of Thomas, 22.45. Very nice racing, boys. Ryan Baldwin. Okay. So coming up next, Need one of these guys to win on the outside so I can see that Joe Schmo. Luca Beslick is going to be in 1 for NCAP. Nova, Virginia has Charlie Welsh in 2. Lucas Zhang, Charles River in 3. Colton Metler in 4. He knows the Schmo. Luke Campe, he's in 5 for York. And then a trio of potential Joe Schmo victors. Alexander Jungbluth, Griffin Oler, and Charlie Fegan. Charlie Fegan instead of Begin, lane 8. These guys got a pretty strong relay team. They got 2 guys faster in the next team. So with 4 out of 8 guys from Rockville, that mean it's a 50-50 chance we'll get a Schmo? I don't know. We'll see. A lot depends on this turn right here. Who wants to get it? In the center of the pool, talking about Colton Metler. Maybe he's in lane 4, but look at lane 5, lane 6, lane 7. I don't know who it's going to be. 2. Lane 2 from Nova, Charlie Welsh. 22.06. Outstanding swim. Nice, nice. We still got a little Schmo over there. I appreciate that. Alexander, oh, there's Griffin. He gives us one, too. Alexander Griffin. Come on, let me see one more. There's the Schmo, fellas. Excellent. Gotta love it. Okay, here comes the 50 free final. These are the big boys, the ones that were fastest this morning. Matthew Chang is going to be in lane 1. That's Aiden Maminovic, man. He just had that great mile. He still has enough speed to lead the parade out and go down to lane 8. Swimming for Nova. All right, the first guy in is going to be Matthew Chang. He's got a big smile on his face from Queens. Got some kind of little half tank on. He seems to be joyful. Lane 2 is Seamus Rooney. He's from Rockville, Montgomery, as is lane 3, his teammate, Jonah Ginsberg. Potential Schmoes for sure, but they got to get by this guy, Enzo Desviat Ruiz. It's serious. He's Patriot Aquatic Club, sprinter par excellence. Palatine has Matthew Karasek. He's certainly got a shot. Andrew Vanas, never count him out from Nation's Capital. Lane 6, Everett Ward. Lane 7, and there's our D-man hero, Aiden Maminovic, out in lane 8. So Ole Swimming has Everett Ward in 7. This is one heck of a field right here. And they're in. Got to think Enzo is the favorite the way he swam this morning. But look at Vanas over there. What about lane 8? Maminovic, I can't believe it, coming off the mile. He's got that much speed left. But the center is Enzo, and then there's Andrew Vanas. It's going to be one of those 2 guys at the touch. It is Enzo Desviat, 20.82. Only 3 100ths off that Bork meet record. You know that he wanted it. Look at him splash. He's like, oh, man, 3 100ths. Outstanding swims across the board there. Hey, Enzo, we're proud of you, man. All you boys in there. Great swim. Andrew, 2 guys at 20 point. Look at Jonah's 22.0 all the way around, guys. Very nice job. All right. That'll do it for 13, 14 boys individually. And we'll move on to the girls' 50 free. C final, May Stresser, Long Island Aquatic. Kate Rosenbaum, Blazing Barracudas. Violet Mullen, NCAP in 3. 4 is Lexi D'Amico, Northwest Arkansas. Ole Swimming has Sophia Rogenbuck in 5. Lily Sturrock, Cavalier in 6. Jenna Ryan, Rockville in 7. And Eva Hughes in lane 8, Blazing Barracudas. 26.12 was Lexi out of Northwest Arkansas this morning, lane 4. It took a 27.2 to get in here. And they're tight at the turn. It does look like Lexi D'Amico. Probably like to see that 25 rather than a 26. Lane 2 looks strong. That's Kate Rosenbaum. But this may be 7. But nope. It's Lexi, 25.84. Jenna Ryan, 26.1. C Heat's in the books with some great swims out of those 11-year-olds. We'll move on to the B final. B final for the girls. Lane 1, Eagle Swim Team, Sienna Blaha. 2, Ella Marsh, Ad Astra Area. 3, Violet Welch, Rockwood Swim Club. Machine Aquatics has Erin Cass in 4. Vivian Gaminev, she's from Rise in 5. Palatine's in 6 with Sophia Penchev. Harper Bartholomew, Rockville, Montgomery in lane 7. And Long Island Aquatic, Una Diaz, lane number 8. These girls have to be tired after the 4 days of racing they put in, but they sure don't look like it. Good breakout on Erin Cass for Machine in lane 4. She does get her feet around first, but boy, good underwater. Lane number 3 is Violet Welch, Rockwood. Don't forget lane number 6, that's Sophia Penchev, Palatine in the green hat, and she gets it. 25-4-0. Sophia out of Palatine. Very good swims there, ladies. Take a look at everybody's race. Race final time, and there's one heat left of the 11 and 12 girls 50 freestyle. And look who's leading the way. The Rocket, Roxy Rohrbal. She's got that cool crab head on. And there, look, so does Lexi. They got a couple of crab hats on. Look at that. Go St. Andrews. Let's get it. I love it. Last heat of the 11 and 12 girls. Lane number 1. Rockville, Montgomery, Marion Hooker. She's going to be first there. She is getting ready. Ella Hafner from Point Aquatics in lane 2. Big smile to coach. Joy Lou, she's from the SSTY out of Wisconsin. That's at Schrader. Savannah has Allie Pearson, top qualifier in 4. Olivier Strauss in NCAP is in 5. There's our girls Lexi Lucchese in 6 for St. Andrews. Maddie Bynum, Nova in 7. And Roxy the Rocket Rohrbal snuck in the 8th place with a 25.74. 24.41 was the fastest time in the middle of the pool for Allie. And they're in clean. All the girls are in, down and back as fast as you can go. 50 yards. I remember Mr. Powell telling me in Kinston, North Carolina, get down there as fast as you can and get back faster. And that sure looks like what Allie Pearson's doing in the center of the pool. Oh my gosh, this is a great swim for her. Bynum out there in 7. Allie goes 24.32. Maddie at 24.98. Gets under that. All right, girls, some great racing to wrap up the individual events. Take that. Moving on to the next one. The boys, the last individual event of the night. The boys are here in the C final, starting with Cavaliers Yusef Ismailov in lane number 1. Lane number 2, Jack Danahy, he's from Nova. Trip Thomas, Rockville, Montgomery in 3. Lubo Luke, Chor Badjiski. He's from New Trier in 4. St. Charles has Connor Pluska in 5. Sailfish from Stamford have Lewis Myers in 6. Preston Green for Northwest Arkansas in 7. And Cameron Dulac from Madison Aquatic Club in lane 8. This morning, Lubo did 25.56. For the middle of the pool, Cameron in lane 8 was 27.01. They are doing the old splash, dash, crash. Here they go all the way across. Lubo looking good in lane 4. He's had a great meet. The 11-year-old from New Trier. Is he going to get there? He does, just barely ahead of Connor Plushkov. 25.1 to 25.3. Good racing, boys. And that gets us to the B heat. The B heat. We do have a change in your program. We had a scratch out of Dima Rodzolski. Hinsdale is not in lane number 1. So in the next Team B final, we are going with Connor Chung out of Stamford. He's going to be in lane number 1. William C. from Cavalier is in lane 2. Dylan Pino, Rockville, Montgomery in 3. Eli Rutherford from Cavalier in lane 4. Ryan Nee, Webster Blue Friends in 5. Ben Charlton, he's Cavalier in 6. Rockville's got Shubimi in 7. And Nova gives us Jamie Arcaris in lane number 8. And the boys are in. This morning, Ryan in lane 4 was 25.00 as your fastest, and he gets to the wall fastest tonight. Out there in lane 8, that's Jamie Arcaris. He's looking pretty good too. Anybody sneaking up in 1? No, it's going to be lane number 4, Eli Rutherford. Connor Chung was in lane 1, not Dima. So Connor got the second. 24.66, great finish on the end for him. Eli Rutherford with the W in the B heat. Now we come for our last individual march out, and it's going to be Mateus Nunez Fuller, Moons Aquatic Club, leading the way. Here come the rest of them. These are the 11 and 12 boys, top 850 freestylers. Lane number 1, Roden McWorker from Rockwood Swim Club. There he is, shaking it loose, getting it ready. Lane number 2 is St. Lee, Rockville. Lane 3, Rafael Fontana, Rockville. Lane 4, Jeremiah Jermonson, Rockville. 3 guys, chance for a schmo. Kai Joyner, Rochester, wants to do something about that. He's in lane 5. Chase Whitman in 6. Charles River, Dominic IHC Machine, he's in 7. And you just saw Mateus Nunez Fuller, Moons Aquatic, in lane 8. Last individual event of the meet, number 108. And the boys are in clean. We've seen a lot of great racing out of Jeremiah Jermosin, dominant 12-year-old from Rockville, Montgomery. He does get around first and comes out with a big breath. Doesn't matter. He's looking to hang on. Here comes Kai Joyner trying to pass him at the end. Kai took his breath, but no, Jeremiah hangs on. 23.04, look at him. Let's get a close-up of Jeremiah's. He's so happy. There's good sportsmanship. Guys showing it. Jeremiah, how about the schmo? Here it is. There's the Joe Schmo we've been waiting for. Way to go, Jeremiah. All right, fellas, very proud of all of you. Here we go. There are the final times. And we're getting ready for relays. Let's have some awards, and we'll be right back.
And the ladies, 13 and 14 50 freestyle awards, St. Andrew Aquatics. Alara Hurwitz taking 8th place. 7th place goes to Buffalo Aquatics, Lauren Golden. In 6th place, Charles River Aquatics, Sophia Oliveira. In 5th place, Long Island, Patty Tang. 4th place goes to Patriot Aquatics, Aria Grossenbach. In the bronze, Academy Bullets, Leah Roki. The silver, Savannah Swim Team, Amy Schunk. And the gold, Astra Aquatics, Lucy Velty. And bringing out the gentlemen now, 13 and 14. And in 8th place, QNS Aquatic Club, Matthew Jang. 7th place goes to Only Swimming, Everett Ward. In 6th place, Rockville, Montgomery, Seamus Rooney. 5th place, Aiden Mominovic of Nova of Virginia. 4th place, Rockville, Montgomery, Jonah Ginsberg. The bronze to Palatine Swim Team, Matthew Garasek. And 2nd place, the silver, Nation's Capital, Andrew Van Ness. And number 1, Patriot Aquatic Club, Enzo Desvait Ruiz, posting in with a 20.82 to get the gold. And again, congratulations, gentlemen. The 11 and 12 ladies are next focus for awards. And in 8th place in St. Andrews Aquatics, Roxy Rohrbaugh. 7th place goes to St. Andrews, Lexi Lucchese. In 6th place, Rockville, Montgomery, Marianne Hooker. 5th place, Joy Liu of Schroeder YMCA. 4th place, Nation's Capital, Olivia Strassen. The bronze to Point Aquatics, Ella Hafner. The silver to Nova of Virginia, Maddie Bynum. And the gold to Savannah Swim Team, Allie Pearson, posting in with a winning time, 24.32. And a photographer on the pool deck still taking pictures, Pro Swim Visual. You can get to them online, proswimvisual.com, and they will have all the photographs from the awards. And good to go, our next focus, 11 and 12 gentlemen. And in 8th place, it is Mateus Nunes Fuller, Moon Aquatics. 7th place goes to Rockville, Montgomery, Sean Lee. In 6th place, Machine Aquatics, Dominic Lacey. In 5th place, Charles River, Chase Whitman. 4th place, Rockland Swim Club, Rockland Winwerter. The bronze going to Rockville, Montgomery, Raphael Fontana. The silver to Rochester Swim Club, Kai Joyner. And the gold to Rockville, Montgomery, 23.04, the winning time, Jeremiah Jermosin. I love it. It is relay time.
And now it's time for the relays. We wrap them up the last night. We got a lot of fun here. 13-14 relays are first up. We are starting with the 400 medley, 5th and 6th heats of the day. Heat number 5, Charles River Aquatics, is in lane 1, and their backstroker is going to be Kara Hill. Lane number 2 is Cavalier Aquatics, and Amelie Meyer will get them going. McKenna Carswell does the backstroke for Rockville's B team in 3. Nova, Virginia, has Karina Blanco going Backstroke for them in lane 4. Stingrays lead off with Sid Johnson. Hinsdale in 6, Leela Abbott. That's their B team. Blazing Barracudas, Josephine Piliang in 7. And Leela Brock for Arlington Aquatic Club in lane 8. 4 lengths of the pool of each of the strokes, backstroke, breaststroke, butterfly, and freestyle in that order. The relay record in this event was set back in 2019. 350.69 Long Island Aquatic Club team of Shimizu Bowers, Yi, Howley, and Gormson. Fast 50 out in lane 7. That's Josephine Piliang. She's going to be handing it off to Alice Stewart, who's the breaststroker for the Blazing Barracudas in lane 7. The rest of the breaststrokers stepping up on the blocks, 1 through 8. Sophia Oliveira, Megan Ayers, Renya Lee, Kendall Kryson, Hannah Ellis, Lauren Buki, and lane 8, Annabelle Bremner will swim breast for Arlington. Touching first is Josephine. Her time, 58.47. That is blazing. And she hands off to Alice Stewart, as we said, the 13-year-old now doing breaststroke up there at the top of your screen. Good race in the middle there. You see lane number 5, lane number 4. 4 is definitely Kendall Kryson. That's Nova's B team. Look at 2. You got Megan Ayers making a good move in there for Cavalier. Lane 1 is Sophia Oliveira. Sorry, Sophie, but you're swimming very well here. Moving yourself up, and also way up there at the top. Fastest 50 split was 30.7, and that was Charles Rivers. Lane 1, Sophia. She's going to be handing it off to Nina Mazariulu in lane 1. The rest of the fly swimmers on the blocks include Grace Brown, Emily Ma, Emma Madai, Savannah Duffy, Angela Wadikis, Rachel Porter, and going in first out there for Arlington, Bryn Cameron. Arlington getting that breaststroke back in 35.0 from hand to hand. Great split for Annabelle Bremner. Bryn Cameron now doing the duties in there for that team. Way up there, outside smoke. Lane 2 is Grace Brown for Cavalier. Nina's in 1 for Charles River. But wow, look at that team for Arlington. And you know what? Bryn Cameron's going to be handing off to her teammate Katie McDonald, who's going to do the freestyle leg. That's a relay that may make it well into the next heat. Lane number 2 still looking good. That's Grace Brown, and she's going to hand off to Samantha Nicholson. Lane 1, you're going to see Maya Particelli go freestyle. The rest of the freestylers stepping up. Lane 3, Paige Henry. 4, Kylie Kryson. 5, Ava Eddy. 6, Abby Pobnoski. But the race is on the outside here. Charlotte Duge for the Barracudas is lane 7. Lane number 8. 31.74 was the second 50 of butterfly for Bryn Cameron. I'm going to see. I can't wait to see what these splits are at the end. But at the turn, 26.65 is the first 50 for Katie McDonald. In the middle of the pool for the Rays, Ava Eddy went a 25.5. She's got the fastest first 50. I don't know, though, if she can get her 25.8 for Hinsdale in 6. Trying to make a run at the outside. Katie McDonald trying to hang on. Ava Eddy for Stingrays at the touch. Oh, and Ava Eddy, they get him by a 1/10 of a second. Stingrays go 4:01.79. Arlington 4:01.90. Outstanding swims. I don't know what Ava went on the end there, but it had to be mighty fast. So we have one heat left, and those are the times they have to beat. The 4:01.79 and the 4:01.90. Those will play. Backstrokers for Long Island in lane 1, Allie Hayes, that's her B team. Avery Warren for Hinsdale in 2. Jocelyn Hayashi, Patriot, in lane 3. Lane 4, Annabelle Norwalkie, Academy Bullets. Mackenzie Corey for Nation's Capital in 5. Elizabeth Chen for Rockville Montgomery in 6. Maya Peitler, Long Island in 7. That's her A team. And Lane Francis at the top of your lane heat. She's in lane 8 for Nova's A team. These girls looking pretty strong. Remember that record, 350.69. Girls in the center of the pool looking pretty good this first 50. Lane 3 is Jocelyn Hayashi. She turns first for Patriot at 27.8, 28.1 for NCAP. That's Mackenzie Corey, but let's run down 1 through 8. The breaststrokers will be Kara Patan, Claire Donnelly, Nellie Sandor, Ali Casanovas, Catherine Boo, Fiona Sanjaya, Madison Lynn, and Savannah Harris. Very close. It's a slight lead for the Patriots. Jocelyn touching first with a 57-47, 57-2 actually for Nation's Capital, with a great finish out of Annabelle Norwalkie. Out of Mackenzie Corey. Annabelle went to 57.6. She's right there with them. And now the breaststrokers in the pool. You can see very strong right here in lane number 3 for Patriot. Out in a 30.02 is Nellie Sandor. The butterfly swimmers are getting ready to step up 1 through 8. Kara McDonald, Annie Roca, Claire Wang, Leah Roji, Hadley Petronello, Annika Kai, Yuna Lee, and Mia Eubank. And look at this breaststroke leg for Nation's Capital. Catherine Boo. She came out of nowhere. Catherine Boo was 33.46 coming home. She was out, in 30? Is that like a 103, 102? I don't know. It's too crazy. We got to look at the results. It's so nuts here at the big house. The girls' last heat of the 13-14s. The Flyers are getting it done now. Nation Capital, you see Hadley Petronello over there. Claire Wang for Patriot in the dark cap in the bottom part of your screen. Fighting to get in between them. That's Leah Roji from the Bullets. The freestylers are now standing on the block. Stepping first in lane 1, Ellie Franks, 1 through 8. Tasha Mantell, Aria Grossenbach, Paige Kowal, Hannah Clattenburg, Gabrielle Day, Patty Tang, and Charlotte White. Things closing up quite a bit with Leah making some moves, but it's going to be Patriot back in the lead. And that was a great fly leg by Patriots' Claire Wang, and she hands off to Aria Grossenbach. 2 lanes over, that's Hannah Clattenburg swimming for NCAP. In between the two of them, Paige Kowal. Right now, though, it's looking like Patriots' Tasha Mantell on freestyle. Tasha's first 50, 24.44. The other girls are 24.7 and 25.0, so they're not making ground up on her yet. 25 to go. Patriot out of Illinois looking very strong at this point. And Aria Grossenbach, Aria touches first. Aria, 3:51.07, just misses the record, but they get the gold. That team of Jocelyn Hayashi, Nellie Sandor, Claire Wang, and Aria Grossenbach, totally the time of 3:51.07 to bring home the gold, and big team points for the Patriots out of Illinois. Congratulations to all you girls there. 2 heats remaining of the boys, 13 and 14. The 4th heat, Arlington Aquatic Club, is going to go in lane 1. Backstroke, Diego Ramos. The backstroke for Long Island Express in 2 is Theodore Shum. St. Charles has Brady Jordan in 3. Henry Williams for Machine Aquatics in 4. Kevin Ja for Charles River in 5. Hinsdale's got Matthew Glod. They're in 6. Academy Bullets over in 7 did not turn in their card to tell me who's swimming in what lane. And Graham Rowan, York Swim Club, is in lane number 8. We don't know who's swimming what for the B team for Academy Bullets. I will make sure Coach Bill Shawls gets a piece of my mind for that. Oh, it's because they scratched. They're not even there. I look up and see they're gone. No wonder there's no names. So the leader, Arlington in lane 1, that's Diego Ramos. He's out fast with a 26.70. Hinsdale in 6 got a 26.9. They got some open water next to them with that relay scratch. Fastest backstrokers getting their teams going. Lane number 4 now. Look at Machine. That's Henry Williams. But touching first is Arlington. Diego goes 54.95. Machine gets a 55.72. And we go on to the breaststrokers in the water. Connor Menier, Kyle Kim, Josh Lack, Hugh Worgan, Arun Kang, Gabi Palinkovic, and Luke Kempen. In the center of the pool, that's Hugh Worgan. He's going to hand off to his brother, Neil Worgan, for Machine. He just passed Connor Menier to take over the lead. He went a 28.65 on his first 50 of breaststroke. Moving up fast and really seeing some good legs here. 28.62 is what Charles Rivers' Josh Lack turned in on his first 50. And very fast coming up over there now in lanes 5 and 6. Machine still with the lead. 33.69, 158.0. So that's a 102.3 by my math. As Worgan hands off to Worgan. Hugh to Neil, and they're in the lead, but it's close. The rest of the flyers include William Lepre, Alexander Geles Cisneros, Thomas McMillan, Max Verrazani, Jonathan Fierro, and Brandon Bettistani. Things really tightening up there. Alexander in 2, Thomas McMillan in 3. Looks like he may be taking over the lead past Neil Worgan. Max is in 5 for Charles River. But now Thomas McMillan's going to hand off to Colin Boo. And that's going to anchor the leg for St. Charles. He's in the water. The rest of the freestylers include Jonas Yinks, Zachary Paggy, Mark Edwards, Lucas Zeng, Jonas Rylander, and Todd Landwehr. Wow, it's tight, it's tight. Lane number 3 is St. Charles. Colin Bowe turns first. His split was a 24.23, but swimming for Machine, Mark Edwards, 23.9 on his feet. Lucas Zeng went a 24.1, so they are making up ground. And looks like Colin is just really holding on. He's doing everything he can. Now it's Lucas over in 5, making the big move. Long, strong, big kick. That's going to get it done for the team from Charles River. They touch first. 3:43.13. Outstanding. Outstanding wreck. 3:43.13. Could play in the big heat. Good racing, boys. And a very good freestyle getting it home. Okay, this is the last heat of 13-14, the entire meet for them. Palatine, backstroke's going to be Matthew Karasek, and he's in lane number 1. For Rockville B, Charlie is not going to begin. Well, they're going to begin with Charlie Began in lane 2. Braden Capon in 3 for the Bullets. Griffin Oler for Rockville's A-team in 4. Aiden Maminovic in 5 for Nova. Jack Michelli, Nation's Capital 6. Reed O'Connell is in 7 for Long Island. And Nova, Virginia has Charlie Harrington on their B team out in lane 8. guys are getting it done. Rockville Montgomery has had a tremendous 13 and 14 boys meet, as well as the 11 and 12. They're seated first with a 330.6, the record 335, so hopefully we'll see another record and maybe another schmo. Lane number 3, Academy Bullets, though. You knew Capon was going to be out fast. He's 24.59, and you knew Karasek in lane 1. He's a 24.8. These guys are definitely going to get their relays going. Here are the breaststrokers. It's 1 through 8. Alex Ivanov, Jonathan Lombardo, Gage Helfrich, Jack Dawson, Matthew Wolfley, I learned just recently. Thank you, Mary. Alex Wood is in 6. Jiao Zhu is in 7, and Cullen Harrington in 8. The Nova A team, Matthew Wolfley, that great breaststroker I've been calling Wolf all weekend. Apologies, Matt, but you are getting it done. Get up and get racing. Right now, lane number 3, the Bullets. Look at the breaststroke for Gage Helfrich. He turns in a 27.68, 27.72 for Jack Dawson. For Nova, over in 5, 27.2 for Matthew. That's the fastest 50. He's catching him a little bit, but boy, they got a lead. Butterfly swimmers on the blocks. Peyton Kottner, Jonah Ginsberg, Matthew Lemke, Alexander Jungbluth, Charlie Welsh, Andrew Vanas, Ryan Baldwin, and Josh Farnsworth. So the Bullets have a lead. And that breaststroke, 32.1 on the way back, so he's a 59 low. That's the fastest. A lot of those guys look right around a minute. Lane number 3, that's Lemke doing the fly. You got Jungbluth, though, in 4 for Rockville, who's now moved past him into the lead. Charlie Welsh for Nova in the dark cap in 5. Freestylers, it's going to depend on you. And here's who we have. Lanes 1 through 8. Victor Gutt, Dane Phillips, Jack Murphy, Seamus Rooney, Ben Franks, Tyler Kaminsky, Gavin Buckley, and Cole Nelson. That's what it's going to come down to. Both of these teams look to be on record pace. Great fly legs coming in. 28-26 back. Nova, it's got to be a 50-point. A 50-point maybe out of Jungbluth, or 49. Let's see where we go. Look at this speed. Lane number 4 is Seamus Rooney. Ben Franks in 5. Seamus Rooney looks like he just wants to get on out of there for Rockville. He's out in the 22.24. I'm feeling a schmo. I'm thinking he's going to get here. 22.2, they were at 3:05. Remember the record, 3:35. That record is toast at the touch. Rockville Montgomery, 3:30.10. Coming home in a 26.02. Seamus Rooney split a 48.26. Right? 48-26. Outstanding swimming, boys. The record for sure, they crushed the record. The old record was 35. They took about 5 seconds off of it. That's a second a man plus. Congratulations. Oh, I didn't notice. I didn't see the schmo. Oh, well. They're stepping up, though. Those guys, great swim. All right. Now we move back in time to the 11 and 12 girls. We have 3 heats of them swimming the 400 medley. Definitely going to switch this around next year. Maybe 200 medley for them the last night. I don't know. We'll figure something out. It's hard after that immensely exciting 13 and 14 quad of relays. 4 great relays there. But we still have some great relays to go. 5 heats left of the 400, all 11 and 12. This is heat number 1 for the girls. Lane number 1 is Long Island Express, and Isabella Molina is going to Butterfly. You see her there in the pink suit, the X on her cap. What do we got? There's 2 relays missing. And I think one of them at least we expected, because there's no names here. One of them turned in names. We did get names turned in for Maverick in lane 7, but well, we're going without him. Isabella's happy. Melina in 1 doing the backstroke. Lane 2 is Hinsdale with Kara Brady. Donna Kwan from Moons Aquatics is in lane 3. Sophie Schneider, Lake Country Swim Team in 4. Sadie Finkelstein, she's the Rise backstroker in 5. And Mackenzie Rush for Franklin Regional Swim Team. She's in lane number 8. Fastest out is lane 3. Swimming for Moons, that's Donna Kwan, 30.9 on her feet. It's a nice out, setting up a big lead so far. Donna's going to hand it off to Ivy Kim, her teammate in the purple suit. Lane 3, going to dive in next. The rest of the breaststrokers, lane 1, Isabella Canales Alvazuri. Lane 2, Tate McDonald. Look way up there in lane 8. That's Harper Stone. She's going in for Franklin Regional. We said Kim Ivy, and Moons is, and then next to her in 4 is Tessa Hansen, and in 5 is Madison Southwell. So 1:05.44 was the fastest backstroke Donna turned in for the Moons aquatic team. Ivy doing her best to hold on, but we've got a very strong Tessa Hansen right next to her in Lake Country. Tessa's first 50, 31:35, gives her team the lead at this point. Tessa looking strong. Gotta love these long medley relays for the young ones. The lead changes so much. Lots going on. The butterfly swimmers stepping up to go next. Lane 1, Alexa Sherman. 2, Dylan Gustafson. 3, Sahana Lama. 4, Reese Leader. She's going to be the first one in. There goes Reese right now, doing fly for Lake Country. Avery Oldenbach's going in next. That's her. There she goes, Avery. She's swimming for Rise Aquatic Club. And over in 8, all by herself because there's 2 lanes empty, that's Lauren Helvey. There's Lauren sneaking into the picture, but a big lead for the Lake Country swim team out of Wisconsin. Reese Leiter doing her job so far. Coming into the 50 turn. Reese is going to be handing off to her teammate Lorraine Yan. Right now, Avery Oldenbach trying to make up some ground. Avery out-split Reese by 2.6 seconds on the first 50, 30.2 to 30.8. And so she has designs on giving Rise the lead, and that's going to be Vivian Gameni anchoring for the Rise team in the dark caps. In those gold caps, a little closer, we said Lorraine Yan is going to get the call. Those will be your first 2 girls in. There goes Vivian. And there goes Lorraine. In lanes 1, 2, and 3, here go the freestylers. Charisma Shum, Molly Wadakis, and Jessica Young. And out there in 8, Zoe Bratcher. All the swimmers in the pool now. And it is still Rise Aquatic Club with a lead over Lake Country in the middle of the pool. 26.35. That's the fastest split on that 20, on that 50. And that is from Rise. Rise Vivian having a strong finish. Doesn't look like anybody's going to catch her tonight. They're going to lay down the fastest time of the first team. See if they can't score more points for 24-8-0. For Rise. Coming in second. That is Lake Country. Some very good splits. Then we get Long Island Express, Hinsdale, and Moons in that order. Heat 1 of 3 for the girls in the books. Heat number 2, timed final event. Ole Swimming going with Opal Fraser Johnson in 1. Eva Hughes, Blazing Barracudas in 2. These are your backstrokers for Eagle. It's Alicia Ann in 3. Harper Bartholomew gets the call for Rockville B in 4. Ashleisha Fedare, Nova B, lane 5. Machines going with Emma Bui in 6. Lauren Canty doing the Long Island B back in 7. In lane 8 for Ozaki Stella Lehman. 100 yards of each of the strokes. Back breast, fly free. Crazy night. Sports all around. You've got the NCAAs, you got the FAU basketball, but no place we'd rather be than right here watching the greatest age group swimming meet in the world, the NCSA Championship. So the girls in Heat 2 of the 3 heats. Now remember, you can win this thing from the second heat. You're not seeded to do that, but you girls can go as fast as you want. You're all very close. 3 of them turning identically at 31.28, 31.28, 31.31. All 3 right in the middle. Eagle, Rockville, Nova. Yep, Alicia, Harper, Ashleisha. So you have Alicia in 3 and Ashleisha in 5 with Harper in between them. Over in 6, a good swim by Emma, and Lauren in 7. They're all together, touching first. It is Eagles swim team Alicia on. She goes 1:04.30 to establish the early lead. She handed it off to Maddie Dixon. The breaststrokers in the water with Maddie are Sophia Rogenbuck, Kate Rosenbaum, Finley Chong, Jillian Clace, Lucy Dennis, Ashley Simons, and Madeline Smith. Good tempo, good pace for Maddie Dixon. She doesn't want anybody catching her. Her first 50 is reflective of that with a 33.40. Next to her, we got 34.4 and 33.9 for the Barracudas. Nobody else going 33, so she's doing her job so far. The Eagle swim team thinking maybe we can get the gold, maybe we can at least win the heat. Milana Shipley is going to be going next for them. She'll be the flyer. The rest of the flyers include Lily Shell, Ellen Young, Gracie Schur, Oriole Hall, Aaron Cass, Charlotte Koner, and Anya Karowski. Milana is in the water for the Eagles. Lane number 3. 36.4 back, 109 plus. I got in my head for Maddie Dixon's fine breaststroke leg. Got her team in a good position to win this heat and maybe beat a team or 2 in the next heat. Who knows? Score some big points, get the medals. Right now, that first 50 of fly for Milana, 29.78. And let me tell you who's going to be doing the anchor leg duties. Lanes 1 through 8. Madeline Schaefer, Julia Turner, Sienna Blaha, Isabella Mason, Caitlin Moore, Anna King, Mila Fisher, and Amanda Lotz. All of those ladies now standing on the blocks, ready to bring home this 400 medley for their team. Rockville now making a strong move on the second 50 of fly. Looked like a good job for Milana to get it home. She held on to the lead. She handed off to Sienna Blaha. Rockville, Gracie Schur with a good second 50 in that butterfly. She came home in a 35.6, made up a full second there. First 50 of freestyle for the Eagles. Sienna turns in a 26.50, identical with Rockville. So they're not making up any ground. Sienna's happy about that as she turns with 25 to go. It's looking pretty good for the Eagle swim team out of Maryland. These young ladies, Alicia, Maddie, Milana, and Sienna, are going to win this second to last heat and 4:16.78. That is going to give them a shot to maybe get a medal, score some big points. They dropped 8 seconds from their seed time. Happy girls. Happy girls. Last heat of the meet for the female swimmers. 8 teams left to do the 400 medley. Long Island Aquatic Club is going to go in 1. And who else? Una Diaz will lead them off. Rockville Montgomery's going with Sienna Magro in 2. Claire Simon for Academy Bullets in lane 3. Brantley Patterson will do the backstroke for Nova. The A team in lane 4. Charles River has Rafaela Andretta in 5. Our own team, St. Andrews Aquatics, we're going with our youngest, Julieta Stolk in 6. Amelia McGyver is nation's capital in 7, and Sidonia King in lane number 8 for the Cavalier Aquatics. We had a great 200 medley relay race here the other night, very close one, and this one could be more of the same. Nova, Virginia is your top seed with a 4:05.91. Nobody seated within 9 seconds of them, so we'll have to see how it goes. Their backstroke swimmers, Brantley Patterson. Brantley steps out there with a 29.59. Brantley holding on pretty strong here. All the 11 and 12 girls have to be pretty tired, man. This has been a long week for them as well. But coming into the wall very strong for Nova. And also in lane 1, Una Diaz. Brantley goes 1:00.76. Una 1:01.30. And that's going to cost them. They have a chance here. Lane number 1 now falling back just a little bit. Breaststrokers in the water. Emily Wang, Brooke Lasco, Abby Moore, Charlotte Landy, Sasha Baliakin, Roxy Rohrbal, and in 6-7 is Layla Davy Brown. And lane 8, Caroline Barcia. The Rocket has made up an incredible amount of speed. She went out in a 32.28 for St. Andrews, 31.37 for Abby Moore. Is the only one faster. Everybody else is 33 and above. So we'll see what can happen next. Butterfly swimmers stepping up to race in lane 1 through 8. Casey Anderson, Audrey Decatur, Gabby Graham, Maddie Bynum, Sophia Toluk, Ava Baker, McKinley Boosin, and Claire Strassheim. And a great breaststroke swim out of nation's capital out there. That was Ashley Simons. Wow. She really came home on that second 50 with a 37.7. In the center of the pool, now the battle between lanes number 3 and 4, and that's Gabby Graham for the Bullets in 3, but Maddie Bynum with this outrageous meet. She's over in lane number 4. The other flyers, Casey Anderson, Audrey Decatur, we said. We went through these, right? Sophia Tolak, Ava Baker for the Scots, McKinley Busen, Claire Strassen out in lane 8. Let's talk about the freestylers. Who's going to bring it home? 1 through 8, Mae Strasser, Marion Hooker, Kayla Kowal. Right there in the center, that's Natalie Tang going in the water for Nova. Then Lucy Jacobson, Lexi Lucchese, Olivia Strossen, and Lily Strurick. Wow. It looks like number 1 is a done deal. Will we get the record? 4:02.52 is what we're looking for. But what a race for second place. Bringing it home is Natalie Tang. Natalie's out. Her first 50 is a 26.45. You got 5 teams fighting it out for the silver. Currently in second, you got the B team from Nation Capital. That's Olivia Strossen. She's out in lane 7. It looks like Lexi Lucchese trying to catch her. But you got lanes 2 and 3. Lane 3's got a good chance for the silver. That's Rockville A, Marion Hooker. Kayla Kowal. Lane 2 is Marion Hooker. Everybody's fighting it. But Nations Capital came back. What a good last lap. It does go to Nations Capital. Olivia Strossen with a good last 50. 29.4 to ice that one. Wow. How exciting was that? We'll see everybody's times here in a minute. Look how close those teams were. 2nd through 6. 2 seconds in a 400 relay. And they got 5 teams. That's pretty impressive. So we have 2 heats remaining in the world's greatest age group swim meet. And that's going to be right here. In terms of, let's see, what do we have? The boys. Okay. 2 heats left. Boys 11 and 12, 400 medley relay. The record from 2022, 3:54.36. Heat number 1, backstroke for Ozaki in lane 1, James Hoppy Carter. Trevor Smith for Franklin Regional. Kingston Tang for Ole swimming in 3. Nations Capital 4 with Manu Maher. Ryan Yao going in 5 for Long Island Aquatic. 6, New Trier Aquatics. Lubo Lou Chaborski. Lane number 7, Long Island B. That's Romeo Sanchez. I think we got a scratch in lane number 8. So 7 teams getting after it. The record 3:54.36. And that's from 2022, we said. O'Connell, Zhu, Baldwin, and Lee. Very close at the first turn. That looks like Tang in lane number 3. Kingston Tang. One heck of a meet, the big man for Ole Swimming. He's going to be handing off to breaststroker Abe Partridge. Abe is in lane number 3, and on the inside of him, the breaststrokes are going to be Riley Burke in 1 and Braylon O'Leary in 2. You got Dimitri Mikhailov Baker in lane 4 for Nations Capital. Nicholas DeAngelis going in 5. Tyler Zhang taking off in 6, and Nathan Wang. That's him going in there, lane 7 for Long Island B team. So we've got breaststrokers in the water. Remember, if you win this heat, you got a pretty good shot of beating at least one team, grabbing medals in the top 8 points in the next one. And here we go. Look at these breaststrokers all pulling it up, pulling it even. You've got to love what Braylon O'Leary's doing here in lane 2. Franklin Regional, he gets out in a 32.31. Abe Partridge was a 32.5 for Ole. Let's see what they do here. Butterfly swimmers stepping up on the blocks 1 through 8. Miles Burke, Oliver Innenbit, Benjamin Balatonsky, Finn Copen, Andrew Quach, Benjamin McDougall, Michael Meehan, and Inho Kang. That is what's going on right here. Look at this touch. Great breaststroke leg over there for lane number 5. That was Long Island. Nicholas DeAngelis, his second 50. He came home in a 36.61 to 37.8. Is what Abe came home in, so he made up the difference. The Flyers in the water, we just talked about. These guys are looking pretty smooth over there for Long Island. In lane number 5, that's Andrew Quach. He looks pretty smooth. He's pulling away a little bit. His first 50 was 29.27, but Ole had a 28.84. It's not like they're out of it. It's going to come down to the freestyle leg. And here's who's swimming for who. 1 through 8, Luke Miller, Lucas Stefan, Caleb Easton, Phoenix Wentland, Jaden Young, Charlie Roth, Gavin Park, and Jason Chu. Lane 5 is Jaden Young, and he is in the water. He's got the lead, and he is doing the freestyle tempo, the turnover looking pretty good. Right here in lane number 3 from Ole, that's Caleb Easton giving chase. Wanting to see what he can do. Trying to get there. Flip turn, 50 to go. First 50, 26.79 for the boys from Long Island, specifically Jaden Young. Jaden trying to bring home the fastest time so far of the meet in this time final relay event as we get ready for the final heat. No one's going to catch the boys from Long Island. Ryan, Nicholas, Andrew, and Jaden are going to touch first, and their time is 4:10.70. Just ahead of Ole swimming. How about that? One heat remaining. One heat remaining. One heat remaining. Just like there's 29 seconds remaining in the FAU Kansas State game. I don't want you to turn away. FAU's got a 4-point lead. Don't worry. We're going to watch this right here because the Cavalier Aquatics are going to start with Ben Charlton. He's going backstroke for them. Gabe Hansen swimming for Machine in lane 2. Mason Moretti, Rockville Montgomery. He's in the B team in lane number 3. Rockville Montgomery A team, Rafael Fontana in lane 4. Gibson Jones for Nova of Virginia in 5. That's their A team. Kai Joyner has the duties for Rochester out of Minnesota. He's in lane 6. It says Dima Rozdolski is doing the backstroke for Hinsdale in 7. And Luke Wenner for Nova in 8. We got a referee's holding things up here. We got something going on. Let's see if we can find out what that is for you.
And I think the referee with a backstroke wedge down there.
There's a backstroke wedge missing.
I
think we're ready. I think we're good. Oh yeah, I think we're good. All right. Lane 7 is a scratch. I knew that Dima had not been here, so the Hinsdale team unfortunately won't be joining us this evening. And now it's only a 1-point game for FAU. Oh, but here we are. Backstrokers are off. This is the final event of the greatest age group swimming meet in the world. The NCSA Swimming Championships announced super fast in lane number 6. That's Kai Joyner. He's swimming for Rochester out of Minnesota. And they are out there all by themselves at the 50-yard mark with a 26.58. Wow. In the center of the pool, swimming for Rockville Montgomery. The backstroker is, Rafael Fontana in lane 4. He's got it going on, but look at this. This is Kai Joyner, 12 years old, 100 backstroke. He touches in 55.09 to give his team the lead. Breaststroke for Rochester is Bennett Kruckenberg, and Bennett is in lane 6 with the lead. The rest of the breaststrokers, Keegan Mayhaus, Daniel Vladimirov, Dennis Barimski, Shu Emi, Jackson Morgan, and Preston Wong. But look at the lead that Bennett's got, and his first 50 is a 32.39. 32.39. holding on to the lead. Lane number 4, 31.18, so he's making up some move. That's Barimski, Dennis Barimski. I'm sorry, that's Shuimi for Rockville. And look at Jackson Morgan for Nova. Rockville making up big ground here. That's Dennis Barimski. He's going to hand off to Dylan Pino. Rochester is going to hand off to Elliot Leisure. Those boys go in almost together. The rest of the butterfly swimmers are Eli Rutherford, Josiah Sturgill, Dylan Pino, we said, Jeremiah Jermosin. He's in lane 4. He's owned this division 11 and 12 age group, and look what he's doing to this relay. This is looking pretty good for a final victory for Rockville Montgomery. Jamie Arcarice, Nova is in 5, Elliot Leisure in 6, Chance Lowry in 7. And the freestyle swimmers are now stepping up. That's going to include William Z, Dominic Iasi, Colby Humphreys, Sane Lee, John Ackerley, Jasper Barone, and Drew Hodem. Jeremiah Jermosin swimming for Rockville Montgomery. He went out in a 25.97. He came back in a 31.42. So he goes at 57 the hard way. 57.39, Jeremiah. Get your legs out of the pool. You got to save them for that final schmo. Here we go. Anchor leg for the Rockville Montgomery team is Sane Lee. Sen Lee in the center of the pool. First 50, 25.08. He is gone. It's 25 yards to go. 25 coming home. Nobody's going to catch him. The record has stood at 3:54.36. The boys from Rockville, 3:55.82. They get the gold. They don't quite get the record, but they're pumped. Look at them. You guys dominated this entire meet for the 11 and 12s. There's the schmo. Look, watch the. Let's get the feet up. I don't know. I think Sane might be a little tired. No schmo. It was a quickie. You have to watch that on the replay. Very happy with that swim. And that's going to do it. Come on, FAU. You got a 1-point lead. But there's 6 seconds left. And it looks like we get it. Yes. Happy all the way around here. We are going to switch over to Mike Greenwell. I want to thank everyone involved with this great swim meet. And last week, anybody we've had, literally hundreds and hundreds, probably over 1,000 volunteers over the last 2 weeks help us out with everything. And we are going to be going with some awards. We have some team awards coming up. But, you know, this is a very special place, and the National Club Swimming Association is a great group of people, unlike any association in the sport of swimming anywhere, anytime. So thanks to you all, and we'll enjoy these awards. The girls are going to make it a little fun. We'll turn it over to Mike at the mic. Thanks. This is Sid Cassidy signing off for 2023. See you next year.
Savannah Duffy and Ava Eddy. In 7th place, Hinsdale, Avery Warren, Claire Donnelly, Annie Roca, and Tasha Montel. In 6th place, Rockville Montgomery, Elizabeth Chen, Vayona Sanjaya, Annika Kai, and Gabriel Day. In 5th place, Nova of Virginia, Lane Francis, Savannah Harris, Neil Eubank, and Charlotte White. 4th place goes to Long Island, Maya Hiedler, Madison Lynn, Yuna Lee, and Patty Tang. In the bronze, Academy Bullets, Annabelle Noraki, Ali Casanovas, Leah Rogi, and Paige Kowal. The silver to Mackenzie Corey, Catherine Boo, Hadley Petronello, and Hannah Clappenberg of Nation's Capital. And number 1, the gold, going to Patriot Aquatic Club, Jocelyn Aishi, Nelly Sandor, Claire Wang, and Aria Grossenbach. And congratulations, ladies. And making a hole for the gentlemen, 13 and 14 now. In 8th place, it is Nova of Virginia. Charlie Harrington, Cullen Harrington, Josh Farnsworth, and Cole Nelson. In 7th place, Palatine Swim Team, Matthew Karasik, Alex Ivanov, Peyton Cotner, and Victor Gutt. 6th place, Nation's Capital, Jack Nasili, Alex Wood, Andrew Vaness, and Tyler Kaminsky. Academy Bullets in 5th, Braden Capon, Gage Helfrich, Matthew Lemke, and Jack Murphy. Long Island getting 4th place, Reed O'Connell, Jaylee Zhu, Ryan Baldwin, and Gavin Buckley. The bronze going to Rockville, Montgomery, Charlie Began, Jonathan Lombardo, Jonah Ginsberg, and Dane Phillips. The silver to Nova of Virginia Aquatics, Aiden Maninovic, Matthew Wolfley, Charlie Welsh, and Ben Franks. And the gold going to Rockville, Montgomery, Griffin Uller, Jack Dawson, Alexander Juglet, and Seamus Rooney. They hold the meet record right now, and the following teams surpassed record time. Rockville, Montgomery, Nova of Virginia, and again, Rockville, Montgomery holding the record. And the 11 and 12 ladies right now. Our championship finalists, our winners. Cavalier Aquatics, Sedona King, Caroline Marcia, Claire Strassham, and Lily Stewart. In 8th place, Eagle Swim Team, Alicia Ann, Maddie Dixon, Milena Shipley, and Shauna Blaha. In 6th place, Long Island Aquatic, Una Diaz, Emily Wang, Cassie Anderson, and May Stresser. In 5th place, St. Andrews, Juliet Stoll, Roxy Robaugh, Ava Baker, and Lexi Lucchese. In 4th place, Academy Bullets, Claire Simon, Abby Moore, Gabby Graham, and Kayla Kowal. The bronze going to Sienna Magro, Brooke Laxo, Audrey Decatur, and Marion Hooker of Rockville, Montgomery. The silver to Amelia McDriver, Layla Davy Brown, McKinley Busson, and Olivia Strassen of Nation's Capital. And the gold to Nova of Virginia, Brantley Patterson, Charlotte Lande, Maddie Bynum, and Natalie Tang. And again, congratulations, ladies. I love it. We still have the photographer taking photographs. We want to get those relay team photographs. They take a little bit longer. And bringing out the gentlemen 11 and 12, the 400 medley relay, our winners.
And in 8th place, Nova of Virginia Aquatics, Ruth Brenner, Preston Wong, Chance Morley, and Drew Holland.
In 7th place, Machine Aquatics, Gabe Hansen, Daniel Vladimirov, Josiah Sternville, and Dominic Lacey. 6th place to Long Island Aquatics, Ryan Yan, Nicholas DeAngelis, Andrew Quash, and Jaden Young. 5th place, Rochester Swim Club, Kai Joyner, Benin Kruckberg, Elliot Leisure, and Jasper Barone. In 4th place, Cavalier Aquatics, Ben Charlton, Keegan Mejias, Eli Rutherford, William Zide. In the bronze, it's Rockville Montgomery Swim Team, Mason Moretti, Dennis Berinsky, Dylan Pino, and Colby Humphreys. Nova of Virginia taking the silver, Gibson Jones, Jackson Morgan, Jamie Acaris, and John Ackerley. And number 1, Rockville Montgomery, Raphael Fontana, Joe Jimmy, Jeremiah Jermosin, and Sean Lee, posting with a winning time 3:55.82. And we have team awards coming up next. And team awards. On the ladies' side of the scoreboard, I believe we've got first and runner-up, is that correct? Yes. I'd like to list out, though, Academy Bullets in 5th position overall with 670 points. In 4th place was Rockville Montgomery with 905.5 points. 3rd was Nation's Capital. I'm talking about the ladies' side of the scoreboard now with 1,002 points. And our runner-up team getting a banner, Nova of Virginia with 1,109.5 points. And number 1 on the ladies' side of the scoreboard, Long Island Aquatic Club with 1,286 points. And while the ladies are taking care of business, I'd like to mention again the gentlemen. We've got Gentlemen's Award, and then we have combined team scores. In 5th place overall in the gentlemen was Cavalier Aquatics with 445 points. 4th place, Nation's Capital with 567 points. In 3rd on the gentlemen's side of the scoreboard, 980 points, Long Island Aquatic Club. Our runner-up team, gentlemen, Nova of Virginia Aquatics with 1,665. And number 1, Rockville Montgomery with 1,948 points on the gentlemen's side of the scoreboard. And if you've done the math in your head already, I know you have. You know what the combined team scores are, don't you? Right. In 5th position overall, it was Academy Bullets with 1,076.5. In 4th position, Nation's Capital with 1,569. In 3rd position, Long Island Aquatic Club with 2,266. Our runner-up combined team, Nova of Virginia Aquatics, 2,774.5. And number 1 with 2,853.5, Rockville Montgomery. And again, congratulations to all the teams making it here for NCSA Age Group Swimming Championships. Being back at it again next year, we are going to make it a great meet.